T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of the Clickbait Show. So, this is a new show still. For those of you who don't know, it is a anything goes show, talk show, game show, whatever. Anything really goes. We can talk about personal lives or anything like that, or gaming, Stadia, anything and everything in the mix. And tonight's episode, we've got one of our very, very special guests. We've got Claw. You got Squids. And we got Vet. And the one and the only
Cowboy. Yeah, buddy.
Hey.
Oh, thank God. Why didn't put Vet last for the one and only?
I was waiting for the "cause I'm a cowboy" thing. Honestly, I was shocked that didn't get thrown out there. You done messed it all up. We're gonna have to shut the show down now.
We gotta redo that.
We gotta restart.
He done ruined it all.
T-minus 30 seconds.
I thought I was actually gonna do that. Jesus. Oh, shut up, Jeff. Jeff, if you really think I'm a Stadia hater, you go head over to MM2K's stream and watch his show.
Hold on, is Jeff trolling already?
No, MM2K's live doing a show about calling some people out. So if I'm a Stadia hater, he needs to move on over and go check that guy out. Go watch his show.
He called you.
Oh no, I got lumped in with a couple of other people a while recently. So with some posts that I made on Twitter because I felt like I should follow Anthony's footsteps and just start stirring things up.
Hey, listen, man, I ain't gonna hate you for it. I said, listen, use my name.
I should have. I mean, I don't know if anybody would have gone after you.
Dude, you should have. You should have been like, and F that dude with the cowboy hat. I ain't saying no names.
Take a page out of his book, you know.
Yeah. For real. Well, if I had said it with the tank, the wife beater, then that one, and I didn't say names. That may have really started a war.
Keeping it real with the cloud.
Hold on. Vet, we can't say this, but you could have put on the hat you told me about.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I would have set up a whole... no, because I wouldn't even have a channel anymore with that.
Every time he was like, I should do it, we was like, no, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't.
Would have been canceled already.
I don't stream. Yeah, you're right, Jeff. I don't stream Stadia, but I still I still use it. If people ask me to join, I still hop in. I still have the platform. I'm going to criticize when it needs to be. I'm sorry. Just because you don't want to, you criticize Madden beyond belief. I'm going to criticize a platform that needs it, and it's not just Stadia. I've criticized the shit out of everything. PlayStation.
It has a point.
Yeah, and I'm a firm believer of, if you really love something, then I think that you should be able to call something out.
Yeah, I mean, we all criticize Anthony on a daily basis, usually behind his back, but it's just because we love him.
Listen, talk to my wife. Trust me. Listen, y'all can't. You can't give it to me as worse as I get it at home. So, that's the issue with my kids. I used to always mess with my kids, right? And it's like, listen. So when you go to school, you're gonna be like, listen, the stuff my dad say about me, you ain't got nothing on y'all. So, yeah.
Oh man. So how's everybody doing this whole week, last week or weekend? What's everybody's been up to lately?
So I'm thinking about adding a new name to my lineup.
Oh Lord!
What is this?
Hear me, don't give me that look, all right? So here's the thing. So what I was talking the other day, right? And I was like, what I don't like is when I mention my channel, right? And I'll say like somebody said, "Oh, what kind of channel you got?" "Oh, it's everything channel." It's like, what does that mean, right? So people don't get like it bothers them. So I'm like, okay, so what do I do that I could just streamline it, right? And I'm like, well, long story short, I'm a vlogger, regardless, right? So I'm like, I think I'm just gonna start mentioning it as more or less, because that's what I do pretty much, right? Even live stuff is still vlogging. So you might see the master of vlogging or the something with vlogging.
The vlog.
I'm just gonna shut up now.
The master
Best, like, shut the hell up.
I thought you were trying to rip off Masters of the Universe or something.
Hold on, master. Okay. But yeah, that's me. I just been making a bunch of pre-recorded content lately. Like so that's what I've been into. Like I do a lot of live shows, but I've been like trying to get back into because I love editing. But that's it for me.
What about you, Thad? We'll go around the stream.
Yeah.
Who'd you ask?
I was asking you.
Oh, I thought you were going. I totally. I like that it was like awkward silence. Nobody says anything until I speak up. And I've just been playing Crysis lately. I've enjoyed and Far Cry 6.
Nice.
I did play South Park: The Stick of Truth today. I live streamed that, so that one I'm waiting to see if YouTube's going to flag that because there were 2 spots that I forgot about when you when you just open the door and it shows some stuff. So I was like, "Whoops, I forgot about that scene."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh no.
I was like, I mean, it's a great game, but I was just like, yeah, there's a certain, and everyone, I've got people in the chat that like to turn it completely dirty, which is usually just like Ben and Ray. So those are the 2 troublemakers in the chat, and I'm just like, they're like, get to the later in the game and then stream that part. I'm like, I know what you're talking about. That's not happening. That one will really get my channel killed.
I mean, it can't be any worse than Jeff playing Laser Shoot Larry, right?
Oh no, it is. If anybody has played
Oh,
The Stick
man.
of Truth, they know exactly the scenes I'm talking about, where
Wow.
you're just seeing
That bad, huh? Damn.
some animated hanky panky going on there.
Gotcha. I think I
we-
tweeted this to everyone.
What about you, Squid?
Let's see. I don't know. I'm always up to everything. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's too much going on. But I'm kind of calming myself down with just narrowing myself down with like a few games that I can only play a week and stuff like that. So right now I've been really focusing on Destiny. Actually, I don't know if you guys have been watching that, but
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've been actually jumping in, just lurking.
yeah.
But yeah,
If
I've been
anyone wants to
watching.
play, let me know.
Sad day. I didn't know you got replaced on No Yes Men.
Yeah, I keep well, see what I just wrote him next though. And trust me, his replacement would be a lot more. Damn, am I still in the wrong account? Whoops.
I was wondering. I thought you noticed already.
No, I didn't notice it. Okay.
Imagine
anyways.
having a whole network. Be
But yeah, for anyone who wants to join Squids, hit him up. He's on Destiny if you need to like level up.
Yeah.
Every time I see him on, it's late. And I'm like,
Or
damn,
PUBG,
dude,
yeah.
I gotta
Yeah.
jump in.
Oh yeah, that's the only thing. It's like I've been trying to figure out a lot more West Coast people because I know there's a lot of like East Coast people, and
You basically got Ray.
yeah, like
Yeah,
there's
that's it.
And Ray plays with everybody, but he don't stream until everyone's asleep.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
There's,
yeah.
like Ray, Link, and Choose Gaming. I don't know. There's like a few West Coast people. Not too many.
You could try Ashes. I'm not sure if he's West Coast. I don't know where the hell he's at.
No, I think he's like Midwest or something. I'll have to double check.
I think.
But it's only a handful. There's not that many. Crow
That's 'cause
Residence,
it's-
West Coast.
That's because they know it's too overpriced to live on the West Coast. We hear Ray's stories on a daily basis.
That's California. No, if you come to Arizona, everyone's moving here. We're running out of resources here, man.
Ship them over to New Mexico. I'm sure that they got some spots available.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will.
Mhm.
Oh look, we got
Bishop.
the Bishop Penguin Gaming here.
What
GG.
about you, CLW?
Or Georgia. Yeah, what about you? Yeah.
What have I been up to? Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know, not very much. I've been playing a lot of Diablo 2 Resurrected since that came out.
How is that?
I really like it. I know that a lot of people have been having a lot of problems with like crashes, getting onto the servers and stuff. But I haven't had those problems, so for me it's been really good. I've been playing with a friend who I used to play Diablo 2 with when we were like 12 around then, and it's really nostalgic and a lot of fun.
I know it was hyped. Wasn't it hyped up when they were dropping the trailers and everything, if I remember correctly?
Yeah.
It was.
Nice.
That's the problem, right? It got really hyped, so everyone started playing with it, and then I'm not sure, but I feel like they're using a lot of like the older servers or like the technology, and so that's why it's been crashing a lot.
I used to play that back on PlayStation 2.
Classic Blizzard stuff, copy paste. What old stuff do we have? Let me pull it out of the crevice here.
Is that the one when it came out, but it wouldn't have been a Blizzard launch without the servers just being on fire.
Oh yeah. I don't even want to get started with Blizzard.
Wait, is that the one where people were so mad because they wanted like a sequel and they came out with like a app or something like that, like a game?
Maybe. I think but there's a Diablo sequel. There's Diablo 4 coming out at some point.
Let me see. I'm gonna try to see it.
But I think it was there was like a Diablo mobile game they made.
Yeah.
And
we're watching it. You wanna go to bed?
There was that whole controversy where someone said they don't have phones or something.
Oh yes. I think I found
Immortal.
it. I'm gonna show it here. Hopefully my stream doesn't get taken down again.
This is like all-time like great moment.
Oh, it's muted.
Oh, it's muted.
No sound.
Let me do it again.
Yeah, you know what drives me crazy? The share on this, that little thing that says add sound is like this small.
Yeah, it's super tiny. It's like you can easily miss that.
Is there any plans?
Hopefully that's better.
Playable on
Yeah.
PC, or is this strictly mobile forever?
Are there any? The current plan is to be on mobile, both Android and iOS. We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC.
You hear that knock though? I hear Blizzard's knocking on the door.
Yeah.
You guys see the
problems in that right now, though.
You guys hear the news about Splinter Cell?
I did. I haven't read the articles, but I did catch wind that there's potential of a new.
Yeah, it's a thing now. Yeah, I watched the video.
Nice. Anybody watch the Pixel launch?
Well, hold on, let's not go to that yet, real quick. Let me just say something. I never.
You know who I am?
I know, but I wanted to
I'm a guest.
About Splinter Cell. I just want to
no, go ahead.
I never played a Splinter Cell, so I didn't even know it was Ubisoft. So I got a little excited when I seen it was Ubisoft because I was like, I never played Splinter Cell, but Ubisoft did Splinter Cell.
Yeah, I know.
I got Plus, so.
Man, Ubisoft Plus is literally the best thing ever.
It is. Yeah, I am shocked that they gave me Far Cry 6, and I'm like, oh, hey, it's in my library. And I've been playing it since then. Well, man, they
had to do that, man. They can't, like, it's $15 a month, and some people it got raised. So you can't not have your new title not be included.
True. But it's nice that, it's available on once you pay that $15 or, if you forget to pay it or change your credit card and you're stuck at the $18, even that is still worth it with just the sheer look at all the platforms you can play it on. It's not just Stadia. I mean, you've got Stadia, Luna, PC, GFN, and that's basically it. The only one that doesn't have access to that is xCloud, but you got three platforms or three cloud options in PC to access stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. When you think about it, I was telling somebody the other day, I was like, honestly, I never was a fan of a publisher. I was always a fan of just a specific game, right, or a platform. But when you think of it, dude, I remember looking like in the last year, and I'm talking about like not even counting Far Cry 6, but before that, it was like a 1 year period where Ubisoft had 5 AAA titles in 1 year. And it was like, whoa, like what other company had 5 AAA titles
up,
in 1
Bruce?
year.
Square Enix is close, but that's
Ubisoft's been
like,
I don't know any others that really can just churn out games left and right like Ubisoft does on a
Think about it. They had
a yearly
Immortal Phoenix
basis.
Rising.
Activision,
They had
but
Valhalla.
Sports games.
So it's like one thing.
Hey, we got a special guest dropping in.
Do we now?
Was that a green screen? Is that Jeff?
That's what I was gonna say.
That's
No,
supposed to
it's
be
not
a-
a green screen.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
What's up, green screen?
What's up, Bruce?
What's up, Bruce? How's it going?
Hey, it's Papal Penguin. Hey.
Yes, sir.
When you said what's up, Bruce, I was like, wait, Bruce is jumping on? Like, oh,
Hey, no, I was saying that to Bruce in the chat.
Oh yeah.
God,
See,
man.
it's right here.
Penguin, what's up?
Yeah, how's it going?
Oh, not a whole lot.
Yeah,
You
what
remind
have
me
you
of
been
Vet.
playing?
You left Stadia and became a hater just like that bum.
Oh, dang. Not like
2
this.
Stadia haters around me, man. What is this?
How is criticizing a platform considered a Stadia hater?
Hey, listen. When
I
you
mean,
get
I guess if you
from
ask it, I mean, don't lump me in with MM2K's rants because I'm waiting for him to put me on his show so I can get some free advertising. I mean, I got that through Twitter. I mean, when they put me in with CGX and Cloudy with Games is getting bought out by Nvidia and that I got paid to leave Stadia, I was just like, my first thought was, where the hell is my freaking money? I mean, if they sent me money to leave Stadia, where the fuck account did it go to? Because I would love to know that.
I spent it all.
Hey, listen.
I was just like, come on now, don't give me
man.
that bullshit.
The cool thing is this is the clickbait show, man. You
Yes,
heard
sir.
what
Yes,
Peter said. Anything goes. Bet. Let's keep it real.
Well, actually, hold on. Before that, though, let me just give you like a little word from our sponsor here. There you go.
Outstanding. I was waiting for the baby I was waiting for that baby to like throw up or something funny.
That's what I was waiting for. Something crazy. All right, let me continue.
All
So
right,
Bet,
bring it.
Bet, you trying to tell me now? I'm sure I don't know money was flying around, but you trying to tell me you ain't get a T-shirt or a water bottle?
From what platform are you talking about?
Man, you got to think about it. He's like, damn.
I
man,
didn't
there was
get
a bunch of
nothing
them.
from Stadia. Didn't give me shit.
You
know what,
I'm saying no. There was a bunch of them that poached you away from Stadia. So I'm just saying.
I didn't get anything. I had to work. I mean, I got a laptop here and a laptop there. I got a MacBook Pro M1 and a Chromebook sent to me. I mean, but I had to work my ass off. It's not my fault that nobody else wants to put the time in. If you're going to complain about how much time I stream, do the same thing. Maybe you'll get noticed. I mean, not everybody has the luxury and the skill set that I do to stream and get noticed. It's not my fault. Be better.
Listen, bro. Don't change the subject. Did you get a T-shirt or a water bottle?
I didn't get shit. I got one that I made myself. I ordered it on my own damn store and I paid for it.
I agree, Bruce. I want Back for Blood.
Listen, I ain't never played a Left 4 Dead trash anyway, so it doesn't matter to me.
Left 4 Dead trash. What kind of shit is this?
I just
What
told
show
you,
you got me on here?
The clickbait show.
I know.
Right? Me down here with this guy.
What the hell link did I click?
The thumbnail, like the
You know what? I gotta do that for my Wednesday show. When those guys get all crazy, I just gotta all of a sudden just press play, and it just literally shut us all up. We're like, what? Oh,
It would. I think like your show that you had when you had the all hell break loose with I watched that. I mean, I skipped most of it just to get to the good stuff where it was like an hour of you're just sitting there and just like. I was waiting for you to break out the popcorn, and then in the background, I was really listening for Jerry chants because I thought it was either going to be Jerry running out there or Steve was going to show up and start breaking up the fight because that's what it looked like. I was like, I mean, I know you're the king of content, but damn, that was a whole nother level of
I didn't know
content.
that was gonna happen.
That was pretty crazy.
I said, dude, you can invite anybody you want, and I had no clue that it was gonna be people.
Hey, it got
Hey, let's not start
I'm sure it
talking
got
about
you some
Jerry
numbers.
Springer. I know it personally.
Oh, we know. You want to tell your story on the clickbait show? Go ahead, Hangman. Tell us how.
I'll
you know
leave that for
Jerry
another
Springer.
day, man.
Oh, okay.
Get him on your
I was
one-on-one
on the
show,
show.
Anthony.
Yeah, he was on Jerry Springer.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I used to love watching that. When I'd skip, I never skipped school, but when I was home sick from school, man, I used to watch that all the time.
You know, the funny story is, revealing myself a little bit.
It was wild.
Actually,
I'll tell you that much.
They had such good episodes.
Oh man, like
No,
when
don't, Bruce, don't get him started. He's gonna jump in here, and it's just gonna turn into a big old shitstorm.
Well, here's
Stadia haters should not be on the
Here's the cool
SBCN
thing.
show.
Right
I created the
now,
SBCN.
Right now, Spectre has the regular, so he can't have more than 6 people, so he can't get in anyway.
I created this. Remember, Jeff? This is my shit.
That did come to us with that idea.
I just handed it over to him when I quit.
Come out of this mother.
You know, that still was one of my best videos. I mean, not the best one. The best one was when we announced the EBCN. That still is my number one video.
Oh man, that was just.
Oh,
see,
man.
that's all you have to do if you want.
The crowd was rough that day.
If you want, the comments were even better afterwards. But if you want clickbait on an SBCN show, if you want views, just say big announcement. I think everybody has learned that's all you have to do.
Big major announcement. I think
that set a firestorm off.
What did you guys think, Squid and Claw, when that happened? That was a huge fiasco.
Yeah, that was crazy. So we got to fill Claw in. So he hold on. He said it's not Claw, it's CLW. We got to fill him in.
You can just call me Claw, though.
All right, cool. Okay. Also, guys, I want to say this, man. My guy Claw and I, we made history because we was on the first ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me say it again. Yeah. First ever Stadia esports team.
The Stingers. Also, like because it was
simultaneously,
we're also the only.
The first ever Stadia team.
Nice.
There's another team as well.
I forgot.
Highlander
That's
Rules.
the
only one.
Well, you know what's weird?
But you notice how calm he was about that?
He was, right? No, wait, we got to give Squid in them
There
credit.
was another
Squid
team.
had the very first match. You guys played before we did.
It's true.
Yeah, so you guys had the very first ever Stadia esports
We
team
got coached too. I don't know if you guys got coached by anyone in the.
I mean,
community.
yeah, I never made it to some of the coaching.
How many bots did you guys play against?
How many bots? No, it was. Listen, bro, it was competition was serious.
Yeah, it was like that community, man. There's people out there that be sweating in that game.
For real.
Those people take it super seriously. I've been casting the B Game League, and some of the people like play for many hours.
So serious competition with bots, right?
Oh no,
bots in there.
Actual people.
It's humans.
Some of them are crazy.
They may play like bots, but
they was good. They was good. I mean, to be fair, the only team we beat was Squid's team.
Yeah. We were really competitive with some of the other teams.
Oh man. Yeah. Didn't Jeff have a team too? Right?
Yeah, he was on a team with Squid.
Me, SPG, and Ray, and Ryzak.
Yeah,
and then, this other guy, forgot his name.
He must not have been that good.
No, Terabyte. No, Terabyte.
Yeah, you guys had the guy whose team disbanded or something, who joined your guys' team.
Yeah, because Squid, that game you was playing first, and then you let him sub you out, the Terabyte guy.
I'm surprised Ray's not in the chat, but then again, isn't the NBA playing right? Aren't the Lakers playing? Is it NBA playoffs? Because I know he said something about that when he was on Rock's show this morning. Although I stayed to support it, but I wasn't there the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, how come you wasn't on Rock Show today?
I've been relocated from that show to Thursdays on his housemates.
Okay, yeah, because he announced it at the end, and I was like, wait. So I guess he want to streamline it, make it like, okay, this show is
no,
this,
he wants
this that.
Yeah, basically because I don't stream Stadia anymore, he wants all Stadia people on there.
Oh, okay.
It's awkward, I think, for people to see a non-Stadia streamer talking about Stadia. So
Well,
you know,
what's funny? It probably was because the other day. I bet if that didn't happen.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
There was a whole. I mean, this is still going on. This is an ongoing thing.
Is it?
And it was because Andy Morph said something. I said, "All right, let's just screw it. I'm going to chime in and throw my 2 cents in."
Right.
And it just turned into this. And then all of a sudden, I'm with along with Cloud Gaming Extreme and Cloudy with Games that I was bought off by all these other platforms to leave Stadia, and all I do is trash it. And I'm like, did you ever look at my fucking? Did you look at my YouTube library? Because there's almost 2,000 videos uploaded from live streams. That the majority of that is Stadia content.
And you made the SBCN.
Well, yeah, and then I'm sorry, but I spent over $2,000 on games.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm glad I had nothing to do with it, but it was crazy because you
was
hit me and
hilarious.
told me about it. Because I wouldn't even know it if you didn't tell me. You was like, "Yo, you should check this out." I was like, "Oh snap!" But I was like, "You know what? I'm not even gonna say."
MM2K wasn't the one that started that. Jack actually was the one that called out a bunch of people saying they were bought out by other platforms or cloud platforms. So it was actually Jack that chimed in, and then Dr. Spaceman has been getting involved in it, and he's been stirring up the pot along with me, and I just kept it going because I'm just like, I've been teaming up with Andy on some of these posts and then tagging him and stuff just because it's fun to see this stuff go back and forth now.
When I read it, when you told me about it and I read it, I was like, honestly, it wasn't that bad.
I don't think I said anything that bad.
You know what? I thought everything you said was articulate, though. Like, you made good points on what you feel they could improve. And I didn't have for a person who's a Stadia fan, I was just read it like, I mean, I see what he's saying, you know?
Yeah. Well, but you got to remember, I also, that's all I streamed for the longest time was Stadia. When I got into cloud gaming and I was live streaming that stuff, that's all it was Stadia. So I have every right to criticize them.
Yeah, but you know what, though? Let's be fair. It's the optics, right? It's always how people are looking, because you got to think.
Oh, I know it is. I know they were looking hardcore at what I said to try to pick that shit apart.
Check it out, Vet. So we had the video with you and me, right? And then so you and me had a fallout.
Yeah.
Then you had your video. I made my video, right? So that's 2 things. Then you had changed your name, and then you started to stream GFN heavy. So those 4 things, the optics make it like, oh, he must hate Stadia, you know?
Yeah.
Like you said, you spent a lot of money. You just, so the optics for the Stadia fan would be like, oh, I guess he's against Stadia, you know? And then Andy does get the rap as the Stadia hater, but Andy knows what he's doing. Andy loves it, bro. And I
know he does. I'm watching that. I know.
Yeah. So,
we're starting to get that over on Cloud Nation as well. Because because we're criticizing everything now. It's like, and mostly it's me, but we also bring in someone like Maker of Chaos who likes to stir things up also. Yeah. So that does that does help.
Maker of Chaos.
Yeah.
Well, I love
he's going to be on the show every Thursday until JD comes back. I made the executive decision to
brings it up.
I made the executive decision to keep him on because I do like the chaos. So
you know what? But here's my thing with Maker Chaos. Reason why he doesn't bother me, because he makes really good points. He's not just saying something dumb just to be, it's 3 things, right? It's somebody who you could tell it's like a legit point, right? Then you got the people that's just trying to get under your skin, so they're really just saying stuff to piss you off. And then you got the people that, they're just they're having fun with it, right? They're clearly just having fun. It's harmless. So you got those 3 things.
My thing is, if you have the facts, if you have the facts to back up your criticism, you're fine. We all know there are people out there that just do that shit just to get views. They say shit just to get their numbers up. We know that. I mean, that's an obvious thing. But there are also those that take it way too far and then turn it into toxicity. And I at least will try to back shit up. Unless it's like something that, like Jeff talking about the Cowboys, in which case he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
Stadium Pro in the building. What you was gonna say though, Squid?
Hey. What?
You was about to say
It sounds like you guys were talking about me for a second.
Oh, I was just saying that. I was like, yeah, the person that's making the content is just there for fun. Hey, that's me. That's
And what about you, Claude? So you're, as far as you, right? You're more newer into the community.
Yeah.
You kind of keep your head down and do your thing. What,
He's
like I
so
know.
quiet. What am I getting into?
So I know the Stadia community has been called toxic before. From your viewpoint, right? And you probably don't watch a million people stream or whatever.
What's up, Stadia Pro? How's it going, buddy?
Of the Stadia community.
I think most of the Stadia community is really nice. I think that some of the people on Reddit are like super toxic sometimes. Like I was reading a bunch when Humankind first came out of the threads. And like I have my own opinions about like Humankind on Stadia. There are some like problems with it. But a bunch of people were like, oh, it's unplayable, it's unbuyable garbage.
Yeah.
It crashes all the time for me. And it's like, that's your experience only. I've had that game crash exactly one time. And like the biggest problems with Humankind are like you can't get mods on Stadia, and that's like not the biggest deal. Like if that's the only place you can play it, then it's a great place to play it, right? Yeah. And you're only acknowledging the bad most of the time. They're not acknowledging like the good. Like direct touch controls are like a huge thing for a game like that. It's actually amazing, like huge improvement. You can play on your phone anywhere. It's great. But they don't acknowledge that. They're just like, there's all of these things that I think are so bad, and then never talking about anything else. But that's just like Reddit in general, I think, rather than being like the Stadia community.
Yeah.
Most of the people who are like in the community and actually like talk seem really nice. So.
Well, Vet isn't nice. That's why we kicked him out.
Yeah, who's this Vet guy? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right. Hey, Vet, you see that? Remember the one show you was on mine? I just constantly kept calling you Stadia Vet.
I know, yeah.
I said it like 8 times in a row.
I know, they're like, nobody in the chat says anything. They're like, they just go along with it. But there were times, even when I rebranded, I still called myself that. It took me. That's one thing I hate about when you rebrand. When you've used the same name for so long, and then you decide to rebrand, it is hard as shit to remember what the hell you're called.
So here's a funny story, right?
I read it on my underwear.
He write it on his underwear. Oh, all right. So here's a funny story. I don't know if you noticed or not. So months ago, I wanted to create something new, right? And I was like, all right, people can't stand me sometimes, right? So what if I was to get a couple other people? We were like the 4 Horsemen or the NWO or something, right? DX, right? So I was like, I want to create a show with a couple of people that match my energy, right? So originally it was me and 2 other guys that I'm talking about No Yes Man, but it was going to be called something else. It's a funny story, right? So it was originally going to be me. I can say this now. I told the story a couple of times. It's going to be me, Ryzak, Alex of all people, and Raging Jacob, right? But me and Raging Jacob kept getting into it. He wanted to critique everything. I was just like, bro, this ain't gonna work. I was like, listen, this is my vision for the show, and I just don't want it to lose too much of my vision, right? I didn't post a sign saying who want to join. I went to you guys individually and said, hey, I think you'd be good for the team. So anyway, I said, forget it. I don't want to do it no more. So we left it alone. A couple of months later, I said, I still want to do this thing. Now, we was going to call it All in Context. That was the original name, All in Context, right? So, but I pitched the No Yes Men when we first talked about it, but they didn't like it, right? Or at least he didn't, right? So I've said, you know what? I want to do this thing, and I'm going to go to Ryzak, and I'm going to go to Alex and see if they still want to do it. Well, I was feeling like Ryzak, he's like the darling. Everybody like him. I was like, maybe he's going to water down the show. Like, I'm being real. I was like, but I'm going to ask him anyway, because to be fair, I mentioned it to him, right? So I asked him, and he was like, yeah, I still do it. Hell yeah. So then I was like, and I was like, now think about it. I've never seen Alex say anything tough to anybody. Like, maybe he's not the guy. So that's when he changed his name to Nimbus. And he was like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't right now because I'm rebranding. I was like, yes. So then I was like, damn, well, Ryzak's in, but I need somebody else. So this is true story. So somebody came to me and said, bro, did you hear what Jeff did? I said, what Jeff did? What? He's like, bro, he went on Twitter and called Vet out. I was like, call Vet out, and this was when everything was fresh. I was like, bro, I ain't saying nothing about Vet. I don't want no problems. So I was like, read this. So I went and read it, and I see the tweet. He was like, oh, so you changed your name. So you said you'll never change. I'm like, and this was a sore subject for us at the time.
Yeah.
It was like a week later. I was like, yo, Jeff got balls. So I was like, Ryzak, we should get Jeff. He's like, cool. So just because of that is the reason I got Jeff. I wanted Jeff to be on No Yes Man. If that never happened, I probably would have. Jeff was always cool when he became to a troll. I was like, but when he did that, I was like,
but he slowly transitioned though. You noticed that. And look, and who basically pushed him to the edge? Once again, me. Did I not do? I'm pretty sure I had that effect on another person that used to play Hitman all the time. I brought him in on Red Dead. I killed it, screwed his mission up, and he snapped, cussed me out on the live stream and quit. And then he was never the same ever again.
I was playing that day. I never forget.
He was so. That was all me because he was so calm. He never did anything.
He's so crazy now. When we was doing that, yes, man, we was talking about what if we get somebody else. Somebody mentioned Eli. Said, bro, Eli's too crazy. He'll be the guy who can't control him. I don't want him on the team. I don't want him.
I kind of feel bad, like I short-circuited him by screwing his mission up.
Oh man,
I think you knocked the screw off there.
Or I woke him up. I don't know.
So let's talk about this troll Penguin that's next to us. So Penguin, how you been ever since you turned your back on Stadia and been running around with the green flag talking about Xbox is better than everything?
Is he still here?
Xbox is great, but I set up with a new service. It's completely different. It's not even gaming related, but I swear it's awesome.
Oh, you're talking about
iRobot has a program now called iRobot Select.
Penguin, I thought they was trying to get rid of that thing on Instagram. The what was it called again? Where you could pay to see stuff. I thought they was getting rid of that. You still into that? Oh, what is it called again? Oh, the OnlyFans. I thought you said you was done with that. You said you was into another service. That's awesome.
What?
You want to talk
horrible transition.
My bad.
Oh no, I'm still doing that, man. Them ladies are always paying for that shit.
Jesus.
But seriously, $29 a month is what I'm paying to get a iRobot with all the supplies.
Okay, that's cool. Is it like Will Smith's iRobot?
But Xbox is doing good for me. I'm enjoying it.
That's good.
I want to get that $1,500 robot from Amazon.
Ooh, that one looks really cool.
I know.
It could.
I don't know if you should get that, Spectre, because I remember all the Batman hidden behind the scenes shit you used to do. I don't know I don't trust what you will do to that poor robot dog.
Hey, Vet, first of all, the robot will be bulletproof and invisible. That's dangerous.
Well, actually,
then again, though, he might get paid by Jeff Bezos because Bezos is going to come down and be like, what did you do to my dog? And then, actually, never mind. Here's a check. Let's see what you can do.
We landed a military contract and everything.
Oh, man. So you guys don't know that side of Spectre, but we'll leave it alone.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the whole invisibility shield thing sounds kind of cool. I think it might be plausible that I could do that.
I mean, it was cool, but you was a little bit deep into it. I mean, you went down the rabbit hole kind of far.
Yeah.
We thought you was joking at first, and you was constantly like, "Look at this." He's
showing blueprints. He had everything lined.
Pictures,
formulas.
We're like, why do you need bulletproof material, and why does that have to be invisible? What are you doing?
I was concerned for the Federal Reserve at one point. What's going on here?
For the president.
Man. Hey, Section 8 knows all about the invisibility.
free now.
Don't you, vet? The military's been working with invisibility for a while, I think, haven't they?
That's classified.
Yeah, right. What are you trying to do to him, man?
Manhattan Project, I think it was called.
Classified. That's classified. I don't know anything about that. I don't know nothing.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Hey,
5.
Matt, you better tell him. Listen, I know where I do get my check from, so we ain't doing that.
I don't know anything. Treasury Department, if you're listening, I know nothing. I swear.
Can never confirm nor deny.
I don't know nothing. I mean, I did work for the Department of Defense, so with the dealing with military weapons and such, but I don't know anything about that.
before those villagers.
Yeah. It's all classified. I don't know anything.
Oh man. Oh man. So guys, let me ask you this, if you don't mind, Spectre.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a game that you think will be game of the year? Because we're getting close to game of the year season, man.
Ooh. Oh, that's a tough one.
Well, I don't have consoles, so I can't factor those. I mean, unless you say PC, but
I mean, like, not even that
I would throw
but like as far as what you've seen, like we've all seen trailers. Because me personally, I never played Far Cry 6, but that's my pick. But
I could lean towards that as well. I mean, that one is fantastic. Mm-hmm. But I know if you ask, Sony, if you ask JD, or that's not even anywhere near the list, because he'll start listing off all the PlayStation content. You get Doc Dark, I'm sure their Xbox has got it hands down. It's going to be something else. Yeah. It'll be MLB The Show.
Well, I think it's oh my
MLB
God.
The Show.
No, what was killing me was the guys on Xbox. They was like, because of Game Pass, Psychonauts is going to be game of the year. I was like, Psychonauts? Are you effing kidding me? For real? I mean, I hear it's fun, but I'm like, no, I don't think that's material. Game of the year material.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Sony's got some good stuff with the PS5, but we really haven't seen what Xbox is going to bring to the table. Like something that truly uses all of what the Xbox Series X has to offer. They just don't have anything yet.
Yeah, you're not going to see these games to probably at least 3 years from now. Man.
I mean, if we're going to throw just random games out, let's say Battlefield 2042 is going to be game of the year based off of my 2-hour stream of that shitty ass game. That was a complete shit show.
Is it actually out? Like, is it out?
No, it was listed as open beta, which it actually should have been open alpha because that was garbage. I walked through tanks. My truck molded into the damn cement. There were invisible people floating down from the sky. I'd never seen so many bugs in a game before. For a moment I thought it was. I mean, it took me a moment to realize, but this was was this a Microsoft product? Because I was like, God, am I playing something? Is this a Windows game or just Windows in general? Because there were just way too many bugs to make a claim. That was a false claim.
Sounds like an EA game.
I will say, like, if you're talking
CD Projekt Red.
That was beyond Cyberpunk trash. Like Cyberpunk has its issues. But that was on a whole nother level. Like I have never, and I get people were like, "Well, Vet, how did you have all these issues?" I said, "Because I played it on PC." I said, "If you're on a console, you may not have those." There were some on there, but I had people leave and go get Gem, and Gem was so upset because I'm like criticizing the living shit out of this. I'm like, dude, I walked through 5 tanks like they were nothing. Literally, I just went right through them. That's not supposed to be a thing.
How you know that wasn't a special ability?
Bullets are bouncing. I emptied 2 full rounds.
42, right?
I was like, this is awful.
Yeah, you got a point. It's 2042.
You enable God mode.
I must have. I mean, I know I can enable it on Windows 11, but damn, that was a train wreck.
Well, hopefully,
what is today? Oh shit! Today's Tuesday. Damn, I gotta see my second episode of Chucky.
I knew you was gonna say that.
It's Tuesday. I watched it last week. Damn.
All right, don't say no, but just give me a thumbs up or what?
Brad Dorff.
All right, cool.
That's all you got to. That's all you got to know.
Yeah, we started DVR. We didn't.
He's
watch
got.
it. They said
It's. I will just say it's got Brad
said he
Dorff,
gave
and the
Chucky
guy
the
that
thumbs up.
created the first three, that did
Really?
the first three in the movie, is the one that's making this TV series.
Oh, cool.
And I get
Hey,
it's
he
on
said the
USA,
guy who
but
did
it
the
is
first
bloody
three
as just as it's supposed to
making
be.
this one. So that's cool.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it is
wow.
fantastic.
Anyone seen the Chicago Party Ants?
I've been to a Chicago party once.
I've never been to Chicago, but I've been to many parties.
I've driven through it, but I got lost
The
one
Chicago
time going
Party
through
Ants
there.
on Netflix. It's a freaking,
Yeah, that never
it's
again.
a freaking good ass show, man.
I stopped at a
on
Walmart
Netflix.
in Chicago, and I was a minority when I went to that Walmart. I walked in there, I was a minority. I came out hoping to God, praying that my tires were still going to be intact. And the hat, the infamous hat, Anthony, that was in my vehicle at the time on the dashboard. So, because I was on my way to Tennessee, and that hat was sitting in there, and I'm like, oh God, I'm going to die.
Did you see Brandon when you went to Chicago?
No, I think he was already in Florida with the Gators.
Okay, gotcha.
At that time, he was already hanging with the Gators at that point.
He is making his return to the SBCN this Friday at 1 p.m. Just so you guys know, 1 p.m. Eastern. Brandon is coming back. He took a little break. He had to get himself together, and he said he's ready to come back.
Welcome back.
So while JD's still on his sabbatical, my man Brandon will be holding it down on Friday nights. Him and Deuce Penny.
Yeah, I watched your video with your interview with him.
Yeah, I was hoping you would have jumped on. I should have texted you.
Yeah, I know. He's doing. I see he's finally branching out from that PUBG. I've watched a couple of his other stuff that he's been doing besides just because I remember when we brought him on. That's all it was PUBG.
Oh yeah,
nothing but.
Yeah,
hey, I give you credit because. Yeah, I mean, you got people that's all they play is Madden. Every day, every Friday was the same. It was nothing but
look at
PUBG.
Codex. Now Codex thing is he's just doing FIFA. Like he's not doing any other games besides FIFA.
But FIFA 22 is a good one. That's another great game. I mean, I don't play it because I don't understand soccer at all or football, whatever the hell you want to, whichever you want to call it. That is really not my game.
Games. I actually play tested a FIFA game because there's an EA Studios in Vancouver by where I live.
Oh, wow.
And when I went to play test it, I was playing and I got so many red cards that I had to forfeit.
So you had no...
I wasn't able to have enough players on the team.
Oh,
on the
shit.
field to,
it was like, listen, he's going to figure out some stuff we didn't think of.
I mean, I used to make that claim that somebody needs to hire me because I find ways of breaking games or bugs. I found bugs in Red Dead on Stadia when I was here. I got stuck in halfway through a door, and Lee was there as a witness. So Cloud Gaming Dad was there as a witness that saw me get stuck in a door because I didn't know what to do. So,
man. I still can't believe I'm down in the middle between two stadiums. This is,
well, I mean, kick somebody out and bring Jeff in, then,
No, not him. I got to see him on Thursday. Give me some time.
That's unfortunate.
He said mentally prepare for him.
He's got to get that whole week to prepare for that one.
I will say this though, last week was cool. We did know Yes Man, and Jeff was at his parents' house. He had his dad on the screen. His dad was talking about, I don't know which war, one of the wars, and how he used to add something for the ships to go out, and it was pretty cool. I was like, yo, this is kind of cool. We're getting like a history lesson from his dad's like 90 something,
Yeah.
Like, wow. And his mom was talking and stuff. It was kind of cool.
See, I would never have been able to do something like that with my grandpa because we would have had to the stream would have probably gotten shut down with the comments that he would make. Some of the terms that he would have used are not politically correct at any level. So
you would have had to think Spectre guy.
It would have been.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it would have been doing that It would have been that you just would have been hearing me constantly.
Full sentences.
I forgot I have my voice mod software up, so I could have changed my voice throughout this whole damn show. Shit.
Oh yes.
I
Should've done
forgot.
that. What was that?
I did that once when I was streaming Stadia. I did 15 minutes. Yeah, it was 15 minutes. I had just started the stream doing Ghost Recon, or one of those, Breakpoint, I think it was, and I had started doing that 15 minutes, and there was nothing happening. It was just me laughing, and people were coming in. Yeah, people were coming into the chat and like, what the hell's going on here? And nobody left, though. That was the thing. Not one person left because they were so fucking confused as to what was going on.
The chipmunk laugh used to have me cracking up.
Oh yeah, with the SpongeBob stream.
Oh my god! Yeah, I did a whole stream with that voice. That was fantastic.
Oh man. You guys got any projects coming up? Anything you working on? Squid, I know you're always working on something. Anything?
When isn't he?
About? No, man.
There's Squid. Yeah.
I do a lot of stuff. I don't know. Like I was saying earlier, right now, just working on leveling up the Destiny guys so I can get to 1329, then beyond that. So that's what I'm working on. I just got to 1300 now, so still have a bit. But just got to get certain guns, and then it's just gonna be easy, just rolling people. But
nice.
Yeah.
What about you, Claw? Anything you working on, like a content creation or any projects you working on, or?
Not really. I need to buy a new computer because the computer that I'm using can't stream Diablo and stream at the same time. Because I don't know if anyone has seen any of the videos from my streams, but they're extremely choppy. I think at one point I was dropping 80% of frames.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's time for a new PC.
I had a budget of $1,200 and I spent $1,500 on my laptop. I'm not really sure what happened there but I was by myself and I went into Best Buy, so that was the first problem right off the bat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm
as long
a
as
bit higher than that, but
as long as you guys didn't make the same mistake I did, because I bought a sub 200 old PC and proceeded to just completely build everything by myself. And I'm just
I stopped doing that when I was 21 because I realized I didn't have the time for it, and then I kept getting older and parts it was still the same thing. Parts would get more expensive, but it was still the same repetitive shit putting things together, and I was just like, I'm too old for this. I ain't got this kind of time.
Right now you can't even find graphics cards anyways. So
yeah, that's
just buy a pre-built. So
yeah, I bought a Dell. It's got an RTX 2070, 6 gig RTX 2070 in it. It's overkill for cloud gaming, but it handles my Streamlabs. That's mainly I bought it for the software, the streaming software to handle, because I know cloud gaming. I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah, I went a little extra with mine because I didn't know too much about computers. So I was kept asking people, what should I get? What should I get? And all I wanted to do was stream Stadia on OBS, but I didn't know any better. So I ended up getting a $1,300 gaming laptop. So it's way.
I mean, you could just go out and buy yourself the new MacBook Pro M1 X or the M1 Max with the notch in the screen. I was like, oh, so Apple started the trend with notches on their phones, and now they're going to try to start the trend with the notch in your laptop screen. I was like, that's the dumbest. I was like, so what they did is they converted their iPads into laptops now. I was like, that's the stupidest looking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, hopefully the camera's good though, at least, because that's the problem with laptops.
The under the hood stuff looks fantastic. I looked at the specs on it. It is fantastic, but that notch, I just can't deal with that.
I mean, it's a Mac, so it's probably overpriced anyways, even for
the M1 Max was I think pushing up towards 3,000.
What's in it? Do you know?
Ooh. Well,
I haven't the thought without.
I mean, it doesn't really matter at that price.
I mean,
automatically overpriced.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's
especially since that's USD, right?
Yeah. So that means Canadian. It's even more.
Yeah,
even more expensive.
Yeah, everything's more expensive with Canada dollars.
Yeah, for Canada dollars. And then we have to. Not only is it more expensive because of the conversion rate, we also have to pay all the importation taxes to get it from the States. It's just
that's true.
You're even paying import tax, or you guys have to pay that import tax for digital stuff for cloud games. I'm just like, so they're taxing clouds now, folks. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
The
You got to
games in
think
the
about
States
it.
are like 60 USD, and then they're 80 Canadian dollars. Which
Yeah,
is
we hear Jeff. Trust me, we hear Jeff
way
complain
more
about it
expensive.
all the time. Jeff
Yeah,
was
when-
like,
but you know, when you get an old man, they complain about everything: the clouds, the sky,
Rain.
Madden, EA. He'll wake up and be complaining about some.
Yeah,
The
he's
fact
always-
he
he's
remembers
always
the
saying-
olden times. The 1800s was such a nice time.
that horse and carriage, man, rough ride.
I remember using the horse and carriage to get to school every day. Now I've got a Halloween stream coming up on the 31st. That's going to be
Really,
open
really?
to the community play. It's going to be Stadia and GFN because I know lots of people. Those that don't have the games on GFN, I'll team up. It's basically just going to be Halloween themed games. And I told
Nice.
right off the bat, there's not going to be Resident Evil because that game I will not touch that game. And there's no amount
man.
of donations that you will get for me to play that. I did it once on Amazon Luna, and I'm not screaming and jumping again with that game. But it's going to be Friday the 13th and Dead by Daylight.
That was like the best part of the stream.
Yeah, I don't know why everybody likes seeing me jump and scream like a girl. I don't get it. I don't get it. So, but I've got that, and then I've got a 12-hour charity stream that I'm doing November 6th, and then just my Riders Republic when it comes out.
Nice.
I was
Nice.
debating on doing the week-long thing, but then when I realized you only get 4 hours for the entire free week, I was like, well, that's kind of BS. I was like, way to put that in the fine print.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm thinking about so I do 6 streams, most of the time 5, but whenever it's almost we almost go to movies every Friday. Whenever we go to movies on Sunday, we do like a spoiler discussion. But I'm trying to think, like, maybe I could consolidate some days in the days. Like maybe I could do like my Marvel Avengers stream and like, I don't know, another day, like in my gaming stream, like the same day or something. Like, so that way I would have a free day.
You think if you did it the right way, you could do an hour. I mean, the game releases Thursday. Just stream an hour each Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Well, I'm just talking about like period. My regular.
Oh,
schedule.
in general. Okay, God. I thought you were talking about like.
No, not yeah. Because now I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday every day at 5:30, and then I stream a second stream on Thursdays at 9. So what I was thinking is, I mean, honestly, I'm really not doing nothing. So I've been able to do it for all these months, but I'm like, I feel like remember you used to mess with me and be like, you don't even play video games. I really, really don't play games now. Like before I used to be like, whatever, vet. No, now like I legit play Marvel Avengers.
He looks back at those videos. He's like, damn, he's right now.
Yeah, I was like, damn, he was a visionary. But yeah, like, and that's why I made the Marvel Mondays specifically to force me to play video games. So like now I have to play Marvel because it's my favorite game. So now I will definitely play it every Monday. But like I literally will play it on Monday and don't play it again to another Monday because I just like the weekends. My wife and I are always doing stuff, so I really don't play video games on the weekend. But I'm doing all these shows, so by the time I finish a show, I'm like, all right, I'm about to eat or do something. I don't feel like playing games, so it's weird. But
yeah.
Somebody said to me, "Dude, you don't play games no more. You need a new hobby." I said, "Streaming has become my new hobby." It's just I like it. I just it's just fun.
Streaming's fun.
Well, like a producer, basically.
I don't know. I barely watch TV. I half the stuff I watch is YouTube. That's like I still watch WWE wrestling, but I watch the matches that I want, and thankfully everything's on YouTube. So I don't even have to sit there and watch the commercials and watch all the crappy ass matches that are garbage. I can literally just pick out the ones I want to watch or the commentary stuff I want, and then I'll jump over and I'll do the same with AEW. So I'm like. That's become my television.
Yeah, I don't watch too much TV either. Did you guys watch Squid Game?
I have not watched that. I've been hearing a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah,
did they cut you a check?
I'm not getting any money.
Did they cut you a check for that?
Tragic.
He said, "What the hell, man? They done ripped off my name. I had that trademarked."
Right?
The
They probably was like, "Bro, we didn't put the Z's."
Yeah.
Well, that's where they got
you there.
him.
Yeah, they're just like, gotcha.
Did you read the fine print?
CLW, did you watch it?
No, the problem for me is like I watch a lot of TikTok, and for whatever reason, when I was watching like TikTok, all that would come up was Squid Game spoilers. So I basically know everything that happens in the show, but I've never actually watched the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's an easy watch too. Like, so I had no interest.
It's a great
somebody
concept.
told me about it. I watched the trailer. I was like, it doesn't impress me. And then a friend of mine, he said he gave it 10 out of 10. I was like, 10 out of 10. So then I was like, okay, I want to check it out because that's a bold statement. And it is really good. I won't say 10 out of 10, but I'll give it a 9, man. 9 out of 10. So
well, I guess
really
I could.
Cool.
Go ahead.
The concept behind it, and like it's got a lot of commentary on society, and I think it's like a really interesting way to go about that commentary.
Yeah. I feel like that wrote this show.
I'll watch it after they give me a check.
After they give you a cut.
Hey, Vet, I'm telling you, if you watch it, you're like, I think I thought of this.
It probably would have been something. No, I guess the only other thing, I don't have the details yet. I'm waiting on all of that, but I do have another show that's not gaming related. This will be my first non-gaming related live show that I'll be doing. That will be starting up the first week in November. That it's going to be just me, and I have one co-host. I was given the option to do 1 or 2 co-hosts. I got one lined up already, and it's just I get an hour at 9 o'clock at night Central Time to talk about Washington football and the NFL. So I've already got one lined up that's going to join me.
You know what's cool, man? I'll give you credit. Is not everybody's built for this stuff, and you see a lot of people get burnt out and stuff. But you're a trooper, man. You and me were similar. Like, I don't know. I fit it in my schedule, and you kind of just make it your schedule. But
yeah.
But for whatever reason, we're just two people. We're very different, but very similar in ways. Like we eat this stuff up. Like I don't know. It's like
I thought about it. He's like, well, you could be by yourself, or you can have 1 or 2 co-hosts. It's like I'm not doing a podcast talking about football by myself. I said, I need somebody for something like gaming. I could easily do. If it was just me doing a podcast where I just ramble on, hands down, I could do that because I already do that during my shows that I do. I said, but when it comes to football, I need at least one person that loves the sport that I can piggyback off of, that we could talk. And it's not Jeff, just for those that want to know, it is not Jeff.
If you would do a show, the fireworks is going to be amazing.
Could you imagine a Washington fan and a Cowboys fan doing a football podcast? My God, the internet would break. Now, he's not even in the one that I have is not even in the chat because he's probably too busy playing Xbox or PlayStation or watching the Lakers beat the crap out of the Golden State Warriors. But Ray will be joining me as my co-host.
Really? Okay.
So I wanted to I'll give him the shout out, even though he couldn't grace anybody with his presence tonight.
I text him too. So this loser.
It's probably because the Golden State's probably losing, so he's probably mad. He's like, I ain't doing nothing now. But no, I know he's a 49ers fan, and but he's knowledgeable and we get along. So I figured he was one that I would go after to try to see if he wanted to. And since I was removed, I'm no longer on Rock Reveal on Tuesdays. I was like, this kind of fill in my Tuesday slot at night, so it kind of worked out. I'm like, besides, I was like,
how do you feel being replaced by my favorite Stadia content?
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I didn't want to have anything affect Rock's show. And I know the way that the community, the outside world is turning everywhere now with me and certain other people that are streaming these other things. Like I told Rock that beforehand. He had already come to me. So I knew it was in I didn't know who he was going to select. But I knew it was in the works to have me switch to the Thursday show because that one's not Stadia related, and he knows
That's perfect for you.
Yeah, it's not that I'm not knowledgeable, but I did watch it. I'm just like it's not as funny. I mean, but you also know that's literally I think they didn't have me on. He didn't have me on there for Stadia knowledge, anyways. Even when I streamed it, I was on there for it. Yeah. That was the entertainment factor.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it'll go down a little bit, but you know, it is. Rock knows how to keep things entertaining. I mean, look what happened last Thursday with the pickle thing with Ray.
Oh yeah, that
made its rounds. So
no, my best thing was the tape measure.
Yeah, my God. I mean that. I've never seen Lee had to like walk away from it because he said so much. He was in tears with that.
Let me ask you guys this. Not to be controversial, but what do you think about CGX deciding? I don't know if all you guys know this, but Cloud Gaming Extreme, you know, they're big in the community, and but they are everything platform. And I will be honest, and I watch them, and I donate money, but I do feel that they're really tough on Stadia. So I think it was cool that they decided, you know what, let's get a Stadia representative. And so they chose Rock. I
mean, I was happy for Rock. But I don't think that they in my opinion they caved to the pressures that was the outside community.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The chat. I love Ace and I will always support him with CGX because I love watching them guys. Yeah. But I don't think that they needed to bring somebody in just because the chat was pissed off and the community's pissed off.
So you got to think about it. A couple weeks ago, people was getting on him on Twitter about that video they made with the comparisons on FIFA, right? So Ace, I give him credit, bro. He said, listen, we apologize. We're going to redo the video. Said it multiple times and it wasn't good enough, right? So, and I get it. You know, you're Stadia guy, you feel like they're slighting Stadia. So they had that issue. So then, you know, as they're doing their show, people just feel like, yo, we can't even watch this show and feel like you're legit to Stadia. So I feel like for Ace, maybe it's better to like lose people or get the word out that they're not, because listen, once you admit you made a mistake, then now it's like, that's why with Google, I feel like Google should never just keep being quiet. People say like, oh, they don't say nothing. It's probably better because once you say something, now I could take you at your word. If I never say nothing, you just gotta keep assuming.
Now
right?
I will say though that
on the situation, because
I will say though that the Stream Connect feature that was in Far Cry 6 that they added, they should have made a bigger announcement about that. That to me should have been something that is a Stadia exclusive feature that you should have promoted more than you have.
I agree with that, but I just feel like they just barely.
Do I think that they better step it up for their 2-year anniversary? You're damn right I do, because if they underperform for whatever they do, they're gonna have to do something, because you can't tell me they don't know the patience with the gaming community is running thin right now. We all know it is, whether we want to admit it or not. It is. They need to do something big.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Well, hold on, CFW, you was about to say something. You were saying not. I was saying that.
I was just saying that like it depends on the situation if people should stay quiet or not, right? There are some times where like a company needs to or like a group needs to say something. Like recently in a different community, which I am begrudgingly a part of, the Genshin Impact community, there was the whole like anniversary debacle there. And I don't know if you know what happened, but basically there was some reward, like the community expected more for the anniversary than what MiHoYo, the company who makes the game, gives. And then MiHoYo just said nothing ever. And the community just started review bombing, not just their game, but they started review bombing other things. Like I think they review bombed Google Classroom, a bunch of other gacha games, all of the MiHoYo games. And like if MiHoYo had just said something or acknowledged the like anger in the community, maybe they could have avoided the company being particularly hurt. But that community is also really toxic.
You know what's hard with that though? It's twofold, right? It's like your kids, right? So I watch the parents that like, all right, so sympathy is really big nowadays, right? Yeah. Not empathy, but sympathy. Your kid get in trouble, then I watch these parents, they feel bad because their kid just got in trouble. When I was younger and I got in trouble, then my mom 2 minutes later, now go to the store and buy me some cigarettes. Like, damn. But I feel like, so as a company, it's hard because I feel like nowadays companies can't have their own direction, because yes, your consumers do pay money, right? So yes, your consumers support you, but not when does it stop to allow your consumer make your company, right? Like you decide, okay, we want to do this, right? And the verbal people are the people that pretty much derail it. Because let's be honest, when I was in this PlayStation and Xbox, I never knew a communities like this. I just shut up and play my games. And my friends, we talked about it. So trust me, the small little community we got on Twitter and the people who stream and know each other, I guarantee it's probably like all right, perfect example. You'll watch somebody like CGX, right? They got what did he get? 10,000 subscribers, something like that. You got somebody like Sonny that got 20,000 subscribers.
But why did Ace shouldn't have to bring somebody on board to compensate to make all the Stadia fans feel good about themselves?
So
they're grown men. They're all grown ups.
But listen,
they've got the big boy pants on. And I'm sorry, I made this statement. I said this, and Ray damn near ran off the quit Cloud Nation because of this comment I made. And I said, the Stadia fans, all of them, they need to pull their head out of Google's ass. I'm saying it. I said it then. I said it on Twitter, and I'm saying it now. It's okay to criticize. You should not have. Nobody should have to cave because you all want to band together and throw your little shit fit. And you can't talk bad about my platform. Why? What did you play? Were you a gamer before Stadia was a thing? That's the thing.
Yeah, but I'll say this, Vet. I think what it is, and I'm gonna be honest. I think so gaming, we've always talked trash, right? When the people are like,
it's in your gamer's DNA. That's gamer 101.
When it was Atari versus ColecoVision. I don't know where y'all been at. Nintendo versus Sega. But what I will say this, I think the Stadia community, and I'm just speaking for it because I only play on Stadia, so I get, which I barely play. But I make that clear. But it is my preferred platform because it's my only platform. But I think when Stadia was the most popular, even though GFN was out first, Stadia was like when you thought of like cloud gaming, when it got popular 2 years ago, you thought of Stadia. Then the other ones started to get popular, and you had a split. It was the people who everybody was kind of pro Stadia at one point. Then you had the people that said, "Oh, we want to do other things." And literally, Ace told me, "Bro, why you only stick with Stadia? You need to do more than just Stadia." And I was like,
I remember that. I remember.
He told you and me. So I said, if I just want to do Stadia, why can't I only do Stadia? Now, I think what happens is the people in the Stadia community, they kind of feel like it's a growing amount of people that's like, forget Stadia, do other things. And I feel like they almost feel like I know it feel like the Stadia people are attacking, but I almost feel like they're not attacking. Unitrix. That Unitroll. I feel like they don't feel like they're attacking. They feel like they're revolting. They feel like they're being attacked, so now they're lashing out. But I feel like the optics on that side is like, we're not attacking you. We're just calling out nonsense because Stadia isn't perfect. But I feel like they feel like, dude, every week you're talking bad about Stadia. So
I get that. But what's Ace should he go on there and be like, hey guys, don't talk bad about Stadia? They're gonna say what they want. You can only tell people. I mean, that's the gist of it. That's like, the same thing applies on any show. And I'm sorry, Sonny, I love Sonny. He's got 20,000, but he's criticized Stadia too. Yeah. When it needs it, you criticize it. That is how a platform gets better.
But here's the optics.
As long as they listen.
But here's the optics, Vet. They run a show, CGX, where they say they're even and fair, right? Even me, I spoke out about the video. I said, personally, I only play Stadia, so I wouldn't even know the error y'all did in the video. When I watched the video, I just thought, okay, Stadia looks worse out of all of them, but I only play Stadia. I'm not gonna have two TVs next to each other. It wouldn't matter to me. But my issue with the video, when Chief started off, it was Chief that started off. He was like, "Oh man, if you're a Stadia fan, you might want to turn away." So I feel like that's why I said to Ace, because Ace said anybody can come on the show. I said, bro, send me a link. So I said, that's my only issue is you got to know your audience. You started off the video by being condescending to the Stadia fan base. So you had to, and then you guys actually was at fault. Actually, it was your mistake that the quality was actually worse because the quality wasn't supposed to be that bad. They made a mistake. So hindsight, you could say, oh, it was a mistake. We apologize, but now the Stadia people could hold you and say, no, you did that on purpose. You tried to make Stadia look bad. So for them, I feel like they're like, well, you know what? We don't want people saying, because Ace apologized and they was like, no, that ain't good enough. I was reading it like and dude, I had nothing to do with it. I had my popcorn like, yo, this is crazy. And I felt like
Yeah.
they kind of had ace.
I
in that
mean,
because it was,
and
so-
regardless, I'm still going to support the that the CGX regardless.
I donated money the other day.
But I also will say that I'm glad to see Rock on there. I did tell Rock though. I said, I swear to God, if you don't bring your comedy over there,
Right.
I'm not even watching this. I said, I'm unsubscribing to your channel. I said, you don't get my support no more. I quit.
Well,
But it was fun to watch.
My only issue with Rock, before when I heard he was going to be over there, is I never really seen Rock confrontational. Besides when me and him kind of had it out, and they're a tough crowd over there. Like when I was a guest just in the week before that, dude, they go low blows at the seat, and it feels like it's, dude, am I against the whole panel?
Well, they knew, but look who you had. Look who else they had on there. They had to with you. They knew what was going to happen. If they took it easy, you were taking over that. You and Doc were taking over that show.
Okay, that's a good point. But well, you know what? It's match energy because I feel like when Rock was on there, they didn't go as hard, and I was like, you know what? I guess they matched that. Rock is like cool. He was laughing, joking. He know how to hold his own. I was just wondering, would they try to gang up on him? But they didn't. So but I just don't know.
I was like, and with Rock reveal, I'll still watch. Rock knows I'm still.
Yeah, look who's here, guys.
Oh, who's that? Oh, this guy.
Join in, Ray.
Wait, did the Lakers? Did the Lakers win? That's all I need to know. Did the Lakers win?
You know what though, Spectre? Because I think CLW was talking about anniversaries coming up for that other game. Maybe this could be a segue.
Oh yeah.
Do you have something to show?
Oh yeah. Let me show you.
I got an Xbox controller I can show. Hey.
So, I know that was a quick 19-second video, but did you guys catch what it said? So, it's about that time. Today makes 1 month before the 2-year anniversary of Stadia. And so, the SBCN, we want to kick it off with a 2-day event, just celebrating, ushering 2 years of Stadia. So, we want to do Friday the 19th, which is a 2-year. Stop it, Vet. And Saturday,
it's a Stadia controller. What you talking about?
I didn't know they had
Put that down for a little bit.
I'm advertising that controller. Man, I
So
wish
what
I'd had
we're
that
gonna
beep
do
all the time.
Is so we're gonna start, going to people, asking who want to join, and you guys know how this goes if you've been around. Squid, you know how this goes. We're gonna just have slots. We're gonna try to do as many slots as we can on Friday. People who are home during the day. We just want to start early, do all day, and then Saturday all day. At the very end of the Saturday, we'll end it with like a podcast like we did before, and so. But that's the plan. And I've been putting off my Killer Queen Black tournament. I'm going to do it that Saturday morning. So I'm going to start putting it out there, letting people know. Oh, there you go, CLW. So Saturday, the 20th, I'll do it that morning. And
this event is always centered on promoting, your brand, your platform. It's a segue to promote your YouTube, your content creation, and everything as well too. So, and speaking of segues as well, this show is also I'm gonna be having guests continuously on the Clickbait show, and another reason for that is because of I'm gonna use this platform as well, my own platform, to promote other content creators too as well. I know people say, "Oh, you need to grow your channel," but I think I have pretty decent, okay audience that I can promote people. So, and you guys are my pick of the week, CLW and Squid, because you guys are amazing.
What's up? So, hey, listen, with all that goody two-shoe stuff, can we do my call out of the week?
Yes, it's time.
Let me know if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Let me make sure I can hear myself. Oh, whoops. Okay, I can hear me. All right, cool. Let me call out this sucker that was on here with us, and now he's in the chat. That loser, Pablo Penguin, the Bishop of Gaming. Let me tell you something, man. You called yourself a Stadia guy. And you was once on the SBCN. But you ran out of here so fast in a hurry, that damn door smacked you on the back of your head. Oh, I love Xbox. You waving an Xbox flag. Let me tell you something. You don't even have no damn identity. Now you're talking about you want to get an iRobot. Want to get a... Listen, man. Get off your damn OnlyFans. All right? And cut the nonsense out, okay? You, sir, is a loser. And I just want you to know that publicly. All right? So you take that to the bank and shove it. I'm done, man. Get me out of here.
FBI, open up!
And we're back.
Damn, that looked like my house.
I had to turn around for a second. Make sure I was okay.
Y'all damn near gave Squid a heart attack with this.
I'm lucky I don't have to worry about
Sorry,
that.
it doesn't smell that strong.
Oh Lord, you done?
Oh,
you done? Ray, click that link. There's a link you can join real quick. Come on now.
Jump in here, Ray.
FBI.
Yeah, Ray, come on. Here's
Wait, is it which FBI was it though? Was it the? Are we just talking like the full-blooded Italians?
No, that's the mob, Vet.
Oh, I thought that was that wrestling group that I remember back in the day.
Oh, snap.
Oh yeah.
That's some old school. That's the Attitude Era.
Oh man, that was like my introduction to wrestling.
Leave it to the mob to be the introduction to wrestling for you.
I know. Come on, Ray, join the stream.
Yeah, man.
Damn, you'd have almost all the former members of the SBCN on here then. You bring them on board. Jesus.
It's like the glory days. Team Hydra.
I don't know if the internet can handle that. Ray's probably like, fuck that. I'm on enough shows with that.
Oh, here he is.
Oh, here we go.
The game is Cyborg, baby.
You know, my ear. Actually, I was watching the Warriors game and MMPK.
Were you watching that too? I was listening to it in the background.
Yeah, it was pretty deep, man. It was pretty deep.
I thought it was funny.
Highly suggest you guys go and check that out.
I was watching it just to see if my name was going to come up. That was really, I just wanted to see if I was getting some free advertising.
My thing is like this, man. Y'all, it's just getting out of hand. You know, I think, you know, I'm gonna tell you like this because people are asking me how come I'm not saying anything or why am I being quiet or whatever. My thing is like this: GFN, Stadia, Luna, none of those fuckers are paying me anything for me to sit out here and bust my eyeballs out to argue and debate and fight, man. My thing is like this, man. I'm gonna keep it positive. I let Cowboy do that shit. I'm just gonna look.
No, you know what's funny though? I don't even know what's going on though. Like I seen it when that hit me up the other day.
You need to go watch that shit. You need to go watch.
Oh yeah, I'm like honestly,
but honestly, hold on, Cowboy. I'm gonna be like this though. All right, I'm gonna tell people when you get in people's threads and you call people out, get ready for people. Don't talk about people if you don't want to get talked about. All right. So if you get in people's threads, they're gonna come after your ass.
Anthony knows that all too well.
I do. Look, man. I just thought things was more calm.
I'm 48 years old, man. I'm not gonna sit here and debate and argue over fucking games. I'm just doing my thing, man. I'm just gonna play my games, try and survive, and just live, man. Just have fun. Life is too short for all
It's crazy
this,
though, because I was just talking to Spectre. We was literally like, wow, this is like cool. There's no drama, nothing going on right now. So I'm like, what is even going on though?
I suggest you go back and you check.
I told you, it started with my tweet, my comments on Andy's post. Right. That set this whole thing in motion because then Jack chimed in with something and it's just it's spun out of control. It literally, once again, I caused all the fucking. I started it again.
So two things. I didn't think
Go ahead.
Audrey, one second real quick. So Vet, it was cool. Vet hit me up and said, hey, just let you know, there's some stuff that came on. I was stirring the pot. I was like, bro, listen, you know me. Hey. So I read it because I was real bit on the weekends. I'm busy. I said that from like a year ago. I was like, dude, on the weekends, I'm like gone. So I was missing it all. So I read it. I was like, honestly, I don't really think Vet said that much bad stuff. When I read Jack's stuff, I was like, I mean, I feel like y'all did y'all normal.
No, it's not even. First of all, like I said, you guys need to go and check out the video. It's not, honestly, it's not about you, Vet, and it's you need to go and check the video because he breaks.
No, I know it's
yeah.
He
broke tweets.
Oh, wait.
He has tweets and everything where he's breaking it down.
MM2K just finished a live stream.
Yeah,
but he has an issue with another content creator, and when I tuned in, it was he had the messages between them showcasing and just going off, and the chat's going off. I was just like, this is another day.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I guarantee you this. Hold on, I guarantee you this. When we finish, I'm gonna go try to find it. I bet you he blocked it. I guarantee he's not.
He tweeted this shit. He's bringing it up again tomorrow. He's starting another one tomorrow.
But in all fairness, though, if you're gonna come in somebody, because I've seen Cowboy do this. If you're gonna come in somebody's thread and you're gonna come after them, because let me tell you like this: if you don't like me, then don't tune into me. If you don't like what I said, don't get in my fucking threads. But if you say something,
what up, Goon Squad?
If you say something, somebody, if you talk about somebody, they're gonna come after you. And there's some people, I'm just telling you, you don't want to fuck with because they're gonna. It just gets ugly. And my thing is like this, man. Like I said, I'm gonna keep to myself. I'm gonna play these games. It's just.
Listen, man.
It's too much.
I'm glad I got nothing to do with this.
It's crazy.
I know that's the shocking. I think out of everything, that's the shocking thing. That Anthony has nothing to do with it. Any of this drama.
That's the thing about it is, man. Is I really respect all the parties, man. The Cloud Extreme guys, I love them. You know, I love me some MM2K Project Storm. You know, so but I'm on the line. I ain't taking sides.
Yeah, because I watch both of this stuff.
I watch both. I'm a fan of both of this stuff.
Yeah. I donate to both of them. Like literally, I watch just.
But MM2K reached out to me after I made the tweets, the comments on Andy's post, and I just ignored it because I knew if I said something, he's going to pick apart what I said, use it against me. I'm on my page. We know how I am. If I get called out, I'm gonna answer back, and it's gonna just turn into a shitstorm. So I was just like, I ain't even gonna say nothing.
And you might put that hat on.
Ray knows the hat we're talking about.
He probably got it on right now. Just need to turn it, And I said, just fuck the hat, just put the hood on. But anyway,
I mean, I have to go upstairs to the closet to get that one out.
I love it. But my thing is
Squid don't even know what's going on, and he knows that he knows what the hell we're talking about.
My thing is like this, man. Look, leave these guys alone, man. If you're not happy with somebody, look, I'm all for opinion, and everybody got the freedom of speech. But when you jump in somebody else's thread, when you jump in somebody else's video, and you talk shit, be prepared. They're gonna come after you. They're gonna come after you.
Listen,
don't get upset.
Don't get upset. There won't be none. That's
exactly.
it. So
and my whole thing is at 10 p.m. Pacific time, I do my streams. I do my talk shows. I got more talk shows coming up soon, working with other people. I don't know how long I got on this earth, man, but I don't want to deal with no drama.
Hey, Ray, let's be clear, Ray. I think your Monday night show has turned to troll night, so you're gonna chill on the issues.
What can I say? Yeah, but,
Ray, I let everybody know about the Tuesday show you're going to be on.
Okay, cool.
I said I had to make it clear. Jeff is not my co-host. We just can't. That ain't. Damn internet would break if you had Jeff and me on the show.
Man, look. He's at the bottom of our fantasy football player. He told me the quarterback that I picked sucked, and that guy got 60 something points.
I mean, I almost took out the number one, the person who was in first place,
man, God,
because I second guess. Oh,
Derek,
damn it,
don't
Derek.
put that. Derek,
But
don't put you and Koga in the same sentence, brother. Please, please.
Yeah,
but no,
Derek.
I don't. I know Jeff. He goes at it constantly, tagging me in the sports cast and fantasy stuff, and I don't fucking care. I'm just playing it to have fun.
Right.
If I took it seriously, I would be paying money, and I sure as hell wouldn't be involved in this league. I'd be doing the paid ones where I'd be making serious cash. But I don't care, because it's just hanging out with friends and doing fantasy football stuff I did when I was younger, and it's no different than gaming. Like, that's the thing. Like, we know where Anthony got his background from. He ripped that idea off of my NASCAR billboard.
Right.
NASCAR was paying me to advertise, so I had to go out and do that.
I missed it, man. On Rockville, man. It was,
I said something about
Clyde.
I got asked that.
I love Clyde, man, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I did miss you. Man.
You look bored out of your mind at times.
Don't go there. Don't say that. Don't say that.
I watched it, and it's not the same. It was not
because we didn't have John. Scar wasn't on there.
Well, he had the pixel. I was watching his pixel. I actually left Rock's. I left it open, muted it, and went over to John's because that was more interesting.
Well, you know what happened.
We have a blog to talk about, man.
You know what happened with you guys, Ray. So, so first of all, Rock and Clive got history, right? So it was they got they was talking, and Clive is my dude, but he is long-winded. He could go. So Ray was just kind of like, they was going, and Ray was like, just kind of like, I mean, y'all both just.
Well, that's
nothing to talk about.
That was the benefit of having me on there, is because if somebody's like Rock would start to ramble, I could just jump in and throw everybody off. I did that.
It's a strong skill for talk shows.
But you know what, man? I'm also like a fan, and I was just sitting back listening to Clive. I love Clive. Clive is a very smart, very wise man.
I will, I mean, I will say that was a wise. If you're wanting to turn that into more Stadia news, that was a great choice, and it is. Well, he knows what he's talking about.
I'll say this, to be honest with you, when they was like they wanted to have a Stadia guy, I know that all hell would have broke loose on CGX. I personally would have put Clive in there, but it would have been fights because Clive don't hold back, and Clive throw little slick jabs. So and Clive is very articulate too, yo, because they could be bullies on that show, but I think because Rock is a nice guy, I don't think they'll take it there with Rock, but they can be like that. But I feel like
and I think if they did, he would just he would leave anyways. He doesn't. He don't need that. He would leave in a heartbeat. He's got 2 shows that he does. He's got a third one, but does he need it? Probably not. He's doing it because it's something to do, and he gets to hang out with some people and talk about Stadia. Yeah. He already does that on Tuesdays. I mean, it's not going to be as entertaining without me on there, but not everybody can replicate my entertainment value.
The cloud extreme guys, man. I mean, like I said, everybody, different strokes for different folks. A lot of people love Stadia, a lot of people hate Stadia, a lot of people on the fence with Stadia. But I do respect people's opinion, and that's their opinion, and everybody, what they say about opinions. My thing is, look, I let my actions speak. I still play Stadia. I'm doing a charity event Saturday on the 23rd, for epilepsy. So, I mean, I love Stadia. I also love other platforms as well. And sometimes there's games that are not on Stadia that I can play on xCloud. I love games. There's nothing wrong with playing on another platform. But I think some people, when you sit there and you just talk about, it's like your team, your football team, you're a supporter of that team. And so when somebody's talking shit, or they're not being, it's you get tired of hearing stuff about something else, and then something else is getting shitted on all the time, and so people are getting people getting tired of it. But when you put yourself out there in the public, man, you got to deal with the good and the bad. You got to deal with the ugly and the pretty, and that's just how it is. And a lot of people are just man, I'm just tired of you guys, talking shit. And so, but that's that's your thing. All I know, I love me some Stadia. If you guys look, I play Stadia all the time. But I do understand some of the issues that people have. Chariot Man, I love his rant about the NBA.
My God, that was priceless.
That
was one of the funniest.
Oh, what was it rant about?
Here it is, basketball season, and we're all fucking still playing 21. So I can
because the NBA 2K22 isn't on Stadia, but it's on Apple Arcade and every other platform.
But you know what? You know what though, man? You can't deny the tech of Stadia. Stadia got one.
No, you can't.
But I also know, and I've heard, my ears. GFN's got some huge news coming Thursday. I already know about it, but I ain't gonna say shit. But they got
everybody's. Well, we know Vet's in the bed with them, so we know Vet knew last year.
Vet, let me tell you, not only is he in the bed with him, but he got one thing in the mouth and one thing in the back, and they just going back. And he got those
Does it have a ring or something?
Let me stop. What's that?
Listen,
I love
and CLW, just so you know, hold on, we gotta tell CLW, just so you know, you heard what Ray said. He said, once you're in the public eye. So just so you know, CLW, now that the public has seen your face, I'm making a video on you tomorrow. All right?
Trying to be mean.
The fact that the
bigger Chaos changed his name.
I'll probably just say sorry. It's the Canadian.
The bigger issue is that you've associated yourself with all of us. You might start getting random people showing up now.
Like, and now they got that CLW guy. Oh, we going after him.
You ready, man? Hey, block your DMs, man. You gonna get hate mail.
I'll survive.
There's like troll people now.
I do.
Damn you play Killer Queen Black, you motherfucker.
Not only do I play Killer Queen Black, I say it's the only competitive game worth playing.
I love it.
Every other game is just too toxic.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's great. Well, hey, Ray, Spectre, since Ray's on here, you want to drop that trailer one more time, man?
Yeah.
Well, oh shit. You talking about the? Oh, let me see it. So tell me, Anthony, when did you get the high top fade, and how did you get all that dirt off your face?
Well, first of all, that licked the dirt off me. First of all right. So that did that, and he cleaned me up. But yeah, so Ray, you already know it's coming, but we're starting to, today actually makes 1 month away from the 2-year anniversary today. So. Me and Spectre was talking, and Spectre like to make his little videos and all that, and it's time to kick it in place. So, we're gonna start going to people and asking, hey, do you want a spot? We're gonna start scheduling, and let's do this. Stadium.
I got a pretty busy schedule. I don't know if I can.
Oh no, Vet, you be on there, Vet.
No stadium haters, right?
Look, you already got him converted.
I gotta say this, guys. I remember when we did the first bash, and it was just something really, really special. So if you guys are Stadia streamers, Stadia content creators, and you want to it's really something amazing.
Yeah, man.
Because met a lot of friends out of the bash, man. A lot of friends out of the bash that I'm still friends and cool with.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We're gonna keep that tradition alive because we were gonna celebrate the 2-year one, and then we got another one planned out.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get some wrestling people from the WWE to talk about it?
Bruce is leaving, guys.
Ooh, I love
Bruce.
All right, later, Bruce. Have a good night.
Good night, Bruce.
So we're gonna do just a 2-day thing for the 2-year anniversary, but then the 1-year anniversary of the Stadia Bash Community Network, or SBCN, we want to do the weekly bash, 1 week bash. But we got time for that because that's not to December. But damn, that's gonna come fast when you think about it. What's the end of December? Last week of December. But so that we taking no for an answer, okay? We're not taking no for an answer. So you gotta have a slot, man.
Let me think. Yeah, you put me down for a slot.
Yeah,
I'm not going to turn that down.
Hell no. The CLW, you in, man?
Of course.
Do it.
Sweet. We throw Vet down. My man Squid, I know you're waiting to get paid for Squid Game, but you win.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, so I think this is a good section for us to, from all the shit talking, we need to brush our teeth. So it's time for this segment of Because the Internet, which I will show right now. Oh no, what's that? Okay, here we go. Oh right, look at this. It's animated Ryzak.
Oh my god, it's
Wow.
Ryzak. Oh shit. Where's he at, man?
What the fuck?
You ain't never, bro, please tell me you never saw the walkout with Ryzak in it.
Oh yes.
I watched that. Yeah.
Bro,
You see
it looked
that?
just like him.
Bro.
Just like him, Vet.
Yeah.
And Ray, I already got you down, Ray. Just so you was the second person to say you were down, so I already got you on the list.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna cut off some bits of it so that we don't get our stream shut down again.
I mean, dude, the boxing thing is over with. Gonna be lurking, planning to jump on to death.
Did somebody ask about a pickle jar in the chat? Damn, what the hell's that about?
I got a
this
picture
is
of
the
a
one.
pen.
This is the one they're talking about.
Oh, here's
Grandma.
Ryzak. There
Bro,
you
it
go,
looks just
Ryzak.
like
Yeah, I
Ryzak.
saw this shit.
Come on, guys, watch my show. Game over. Oh my god.
What the?
Wait, the best one yet. Look.
Look back, can you press it a couple times? Like beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep.
So we have a show called Retro Rewind, and Ryzak always has to leave the show early, and now I know why.
Now you know why.
You
probably should kill it here.
Oh, blow, Ryzak, blow, boy.
What do you got, a soundboard?
Voice mod, which basically does the same thing. I didn't know it even had that feature. I've actually I actually clicked it by accident, and I was like, oh shit, I know what that is. So I was like, God, where's that been every show I've ever been on? I mean, we could have really screwed with people.
You would have needed that one.
Oh my God, we could have used that easily. I mean, basically, that 30-minute meltdown I had would have just been.
But yeah, guys, two-day event, Stadia. So all content creators are welcome. So just hit up Cowboy or let me know on Twitter, on my channel, YouTube, or whichever, So we'll pencil you in. It's your choice. It's your time to shine and promote your channel.
Yeah, man.
All right, so that means.
Well, no,
I'm looking something up real quick.
It doesn't mean you're gonna be streaming Biomutants off of GFN.
Oh, does that mean I can just stream some GeForce now then? What the?
Well, it's time to cut short to our ad sponsor from our sponsor here.
Yeah, I'm so jealous right now, dude. You got all these graphics and stuff. I'm like, man, I'm loving it.
All I've got is the thing.
Listen, that's all you need.
Unitrix is like, Vet can now make his streams PG. No, I can make them R-rated. You just won't know.
Listen, you laugh, Inspector. You're gonna see tomorrow night. Squid is all quiet. He's gonna have all the same stuff.
When did he get the new computer? What the hell's going on?
Hey, Squid, when are you doing Destiny again?
I'm probably gonna play it tonight, but I got like a couple videos to do tonight, so
okay.
It's gonna be hella late. I'll be getting on with the sweaties.
You have you have your world famous plant eating show after this, right, Squids?
Yeah.
No, didn't you? I heard the FBI was knocking on the door. I don't think you can do that show tonight.
FBI, open up!
That's some Rainbow Six Siege stuff.
Yeah. Rainbow Six with tryhards.
Yeah. So
That's Unitrix in the game. He still never 1v1 me though. He's still scared of that. But let me ask you guys this, man. What's your most anticipated game? If you could pick one. I'll just tell you mine because I've been waiting.
This year,
and I was actually in their Discord today getting hyped up.
Pac-Man.
No, Pac-Man's already out. No, I'm still highly looking forward to Death Carnival, man.
Ooh,
They got a new little teaser video they showed me when I was in the Discord today. Oh my god, they're super specials. Like man.
Mine is Instinction. And I did share it. I shared it. I did a live stream. It ain't coming back. It ain't coming out till next year. But that's still. I mean, that's like Ark on crack, basically. I mean, I watched the teaser trailer with everybody when I did a premiere of it, and that wasn't even a finished game. It wasn't even finished completely for the full trailer. And it already. All I saw there were raptors, people shooting. I was like, so this is basically Ark to the next level on steroids and 10 times better.
Let's back it up. Let's be clear. Forget an Ark. This is Turok. You guys remember Turok, right?
Man, I still play Turok.
Dinosaur.
Turok, especially on the 64. Well, mine was Far Cry 6, but that's already out. So I'm a Ubisoft whore, so I'm ready for Extraction. I'm ready for
You're what?
You're ready to bend over for that.
Ubisoft whore.
Like you do like a really bad censor job where it's like so late.
You're fired.
It's like those remember Kung Fu movies back in the day when the dub was terrible? It's like, I'm gonna kill you.
My dear.
I know. I'm just like, I wish I could just jump into people's streams in the background and just hit that button just to fuck shit up, because I'd be like, what the hell's going on? That's the FCC, man. They found out about your show. You down.
Listen. Vet, do me a favor. So one of the people that I can't picture cursing like that, right, is Rock. This Thursday, just do that to Rock.
Oh my god!
The people will be like, "What's Rock to say?" That would be hilarious.
I should. Well, it's anything goes. He's already told me anything goes on Housemates. So, and now that I have this working properly, it's no holds barred now with this thing. That's gonna be fantastic.
Listen, I'm gonna donate $5, and I'm gonna be like, "Do the thing." Like, damn. Hey, Vet, I'm gonna donate $5, and the comments just gonna say, "Okay, Vet, do the thing."
That should be like your trigger. Just like donate it.
People are just gonna be like, "What did Vet just say?" Because I could literally just do that and just start.
Vet, you gotta do it when Rock is talking.
Oh no, I will. I will. But I'm like, in general, I could just. And everyone's just going to be, but I have to keep talking, so no, they don't know because otherwise, if I stop, they're like, that's kind of weird. But everyone's going to be like, oh my god, he's cussing up a storm. He's about to vet rage. The vet rage is going to happen.
Oh man! All right, come on, guys. Most anticipated game. You guys got any or got one?
Let's go around.
This year, I'm really excited for Halo Infinite.
Okay.
Ooh. I played a lot of Halo when I was younger, and
it does look good.
Yeah, but like in the more distant future, eventually they'll release a Persona 6, and Persona's like my favorite game series. So
that's my daughter. My daughter loves Persona. Loves it.
I don't really speculate too much, but Splinter Cell, I guess. But that's always been in the works, or Monster Hunter, like a newer one. But that's always. On the horizon.
He's like, I just want a new Mario game.
Oh no! I got plenty of those. Played plenty of those. But
Mario's great.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. I mean, Odyssey.
Mario's saturated.
All that.
Hey! Don't trash Mario. Nintendo's going to come down and drop the hammer in a minute.
Yeah,
if you say that,
the MCA us if we even say anything.
You can't badmouth Mario, man. Nintendo hears. They have spies everywhere.
They're also pretty crazy.
Oh,
yeah.
People, they like
they're really
DMCA
crazy.
literally everything. It's crazy.
Did you see what they did to that poor individual that was selling illegal ROMs on the internet? I mean, guys just trying to make a living. And they said, no, we're shutting you down. You're not allowed to even play Nintendo games anymore.
Not even just that.
And then they took him back to court and said, this guy ain't even paying the $50 a month for the rest of his life that he's supposed to owe us. Sue him again.
It's more what they do to like their fighting game communities, but
oh yeah, it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Wait. They first have to get a fighting game community. I'm sorry, y'all gonna kill me for this. Smash Brothers is not a damn fighting game.
Boy, it's
Melee takes more skill than
Smash
most
Bros.
other fighting
Go in
games.
there, man. Smash Brothers, really?
Yeah.
Melee is like one of the most technically challenging fighting games in existence.
Really?
Did they have
Yeah.
that ARMS game or something like that? Wasn't it like
Arms doesn't count. We don't talk about stuff like that.
Oh my god.
Come on now, we all know they had the best.
Come on.
Nintendo had the best games on the Wii U. That was the best system ever. We all know this. It's
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Mario Tennis was my game on the GameCube, man. We used to have grown men about to fight over that game. You ain't sticking your man.
the best game ever on with Nintendo. GoldenEye, N64 GoldenEye, hands down. You can't. They have not come up with anything. They tried, and it's still nothing can.
Play a remake if they remake it. Will you play it?
I would try. I would try it.
Well, no. Remember, they do have. They are coming out with a Bond game. There's a company. I forgot who's doing it, but yeah, it's called
GoldenEye was the best.
Yeah,
you can't touch GoldenEye. GoldenEye was another one.
Well,
that was
this, try to play it
GoldenEye
now
was
with that
fun,
controller.
but
You ain't gonna
now
want to
it's
touch it.
like it did not age very well.
no, it did not. I mean, there are certain games that just don't age well.
No.
With the way
I went to a retro party a couple years ago and they had it. I was like, oh snap! I was holding the controller like, what the is this?
Oh, all-time worst controller
now.
And 64.
yeah.
Like, did they think kids had like 3 arms or something? Like, what?
I don't know.
I always thought that was weird.
But you know how I mean,
I love that controller.
But the variations of the N64, that the consoles. I mean, they had the Pikachu, they had that Donkey Kong Green, see-through. I mean, they had everything.
They have like
there it
17
is.
different Nintendo Switches now, right? Like,
Yo, Ray got everything on tap.
But
bro.
I mean, hands down,
If it wasn't for this controller, look, you had your bumper, your analog stick, your
Rumble pack.
your
Hey Ray, the Rumble pack.
that controller was like
Don't forget
huge
look
in the
don't
progression
forget the
of
OG,
controllers.
all right? You
Yeah,
guys,
but it's
in your
terrible now.
Xbox
Bro.
Elite
It's terrible right now.
But like
Actually, I
the
just
design
recently
with
got
the
a
center
Switch
stick
now.
is weird.
Yeah, my wife's getting tired of my pile.
I thought it was weird, but I kind of ignored the whole left side of the controller, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was the D-pad when I had the 64. Just used the stick.
Yeah.
I mean, I was more of a. I was a Nintendo fan for the while, but when the Dreamcast came out, that I was all over. I was back. Sega brought me right back in. I was PlayStation, and then as soon as that Dreamcast came out, I was reeled right back in because that was so ahead of its time.
Oh,
It was ridiculous. The VMU. I mean, come on now, playing a football game where no one can see your plays on screen when you're playing with your friends. That was the best thing ever.
That Dreamcast was so iconic that someone named their channel after it. It's crazy.
Look, there you go.
Wow.
Is that the VMU or is that your Tamagotchi?
Both.
Unit Chicks responded. If you haven't seen that, or
Man, I seen his nice. I called him out once, and he was like, "I'm gonna be busy tomorrow. Then but I'll be ready the next day." Next day came. Man, listen. I challenge you. You didn't want to take the challenge. Now go cry me a river with the rest of the losers that I beat.
it's like Kevin Hart. Like, you see what happened? You know, like I have a bank account. I got a checking and a savings account. Oh man, but yeah, guys, this is the Clickbait Show. If you guys don't know, we are here. Anything goes. This is also a platform as well that I'm going to be using to also promote. Promote all of any small YouTubers, any and everything. Anybody who's in the network is outside network. whoever wants to, they can be on the show and get free promotion, pretty much.
Well, you know the only problem with this show? So when you told me about the show, you mentioned a whole bunch of other stuff you wanted to do, but we never get to it.
I know, we always run out of time.
I'm gonna mention some of your stuff you told me, but I'm thinking like I thought I was gonna get to some of that today, but we just been talking and talking.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like we get so into these conversations. Like last time we talked about Ray getting flashed at work and like Stadia Pro like peeing in a, what was it? Like did he pee in a sink or something like that?
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Oh man, that was pretty crazy episode.
Man. And listen,
Stream
we
almost
got
got
on
taken
here.
down.
That just says enough.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Now we done tainted. So Squid already know about our nonsense. Now we done tainted Claw. He's probably like, damn it, I'll never be the same.
He's like,
probably gonna be like, no, we're not gonna go back to the show again.
No, he's just like, all right, guys, I got to rebrand. I need to go. I got to rebrand and disappear. I hear PC Gaming's calling my name.
Claude, did you play any of the other cloud services?
Well, I'm Canadian, right? So I don't have access to Luna.
Yeah, he's like xCloud.
Okay. What about GFN?
I don't know. Is GFN here or?
Yeah.
It is? I haven't.
Yeah.
So no. The only cloud service I've actually used is Stadia. I really like it. I think it's like really good. I wouldn't. There are obviously like I have a couple of problems, not with like the service itself. The service is like perfect, right? It's super responsive and feels great to play. I just don't like a couple of things that Google does, which will, apparently get me canceled in the community as a Stadia user. But
No. If you attack Stadia, but you can go after Google all you want. Google,
Right,
it's a whole different story. We all go after Google.
So Google apparently requires controllers for their Stadia games. I think that's dumb. I think that there's a whole market that they're just losing.
I want more colors. I want they do all these colors for the phones. Why the hell can't you give me some colors for the controllers? I'm talking like go back like steal Apple's iMac colors that they had, the blueberry and the orange.
I saw the juicy red they had for their new phone.
Yeah, I saw that and I was just like, I don't know about that one. That name just sounds bad.
Juicy red. Yeah, can I get a juicy red?
Yeah, I'm weird, dude. I don't. When I'm playing
like a Magnum brand or something, Magnum.
Talk to Cowboy
Just
about
Magnum
that,
condom
man.
from a Magnum.
When I'm playing a game, I just
sunny.
forget what controllers are.
I dropped my monster condom from my Magnum doll.
I just feel like Stadia's like natural place is not as like a console competitor, it's as like a Steam competitor. Because what Stadia allows you to do realistically is like play PC games that require an expensive PC without the expensive PC. That's like, I think the biggest thing that Stadia allows for. Like consoles don't cost like that much money. I know like they are expensive, but it's like you save up for a few months, you can get a console for most people, not for everyone, of course, but but for an expensive PC, that's like magnitudes of money more expensive than a console. And Stadia allows you to totally bypass that, right? Like my computer that I have right now would never run Humankind. And being able to play that on Stadia is a huge boon. But for like a lot of games that I would think would be natural fits on Stadia, someone brought up one of the Anno games on Twitter, but Anno doesn't have controller like settings. It's mouse and keyboard only. But so it can't go on Stadia.
Well, why not?
Because Google requires that you have controls.
Oh, you mean
because it's like it's a PC game, right? Like mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, it's PC only mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, because you could use a piece. You could use controller, mouse and keyboard on Stadia.
Yeah,
but you're saying you can't connect it without the controller, right?
So you can't put a game on Stadia unless it supports a controller.
Yeah, I think he meant like
PC games that don't.
Oh, like the development of it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
That would be like good fits on Stadia because they require an expensive computer to run because of like the CPU requirements and the GPU requirements.
Yeah, you know what? Because the day Stadia start allowing developers to make controller only games, then they will be rivaling with PC. That will
right, like mouse and keyboard only games. They'll move into, instead of being like a console alternative, there'll be like a PC alternative, and I think that's a much more natural spot for Stadia, because consoles so much about like this allegiance to your console, which is nonsense, but like people feel like that. People are like, oh, I'm a PlayStation guy, I'm an Xbox guy.
Oh, you never heard of the term master race before?
Oh no, like
yeah, but
it's like that too.
Yeah,
but I'm not saying like you're not trying to convert those people. You're trying to bring in people who aren't those people who still like want to play PC games.
Well, their problem was that when they came out in 2019, when they made the announcement at GDC, they literally announced that they were they were comparing themselves with all of the hardware tech specs to consoles. That was that was the one mistake they should never have done, because where they were then and where they are now, that's not the same company. Yeah, that's not the same Stadia.
But you know what though? At hindsight, what they was compared themselves to, they are more powerful. They was compared themselves to what was out at the time. It's just that when they came out, like a month later, the new consoles came out. You know? Yeah,
it was just bad timing, and so I think. But and based off of what you saw at GDC, you're saying we're gearing this towards all gamers, casual, hardcore, everybody. What we see today is it's more towards I'm going to say casual gamers, because it's the pick up and play when you want. Buy a game you want, play it when you want.
It's the biggest market, though, right?
And exactly, and that's what they should have. That's always been my biggest criticism of Google, is that you should never have gone after saying we're going after Microsoft and Sony and the consoles. You should have just gone right out and said, this is what it can do. This is what we want it to do. Casual gamers is where we're at.
Here's the only thing though, that was 3 years ago. Like, were we still mad over that? Because that was 3 years ago.
Well, it's not about being like mad over that. It's just like when you set out something at the outset of your service and you're like, this is what we were trying to be, people are going to continuously look at you as that, right? It's like you were saying earlier about optics. It's the optics of that statement. You, at the outset of your service, are like, we're comparing ourselves to consoles.
3 years ago. Like,
but it still carries over.
So this is where you have to say people need to pull their pants up. Because I feel like it's like politicians. They say everything you want to hear.
Oh, of course.
Then they get in office. And then, all right, a perfect example, right? It's like you date your girlfriend, right? And she said, you know what? I'm going to the gym. I'm going to get in shape. So then you start dating her and she's like, you know what? I'm not going to the gym anymore, right? You either A, could break up with her, or B, stay with her. But I feel like people are, they like, dude, it's 3 years ago. Like, they
honestly, I thought that conversation was going somewhere else. To be honest, you started talking about girlfriend and the gym. I really thought we were going in a whole different direction. That's why I broke up the
analogy. But I feel like, I get what you and Claude are saying, but I feel like, see, that's my problem. Is like, people like, okay, if I have a credible gripe, then cool. But if you and me are debating and your debate is 3 years ago, I'm like, dude, are we having this conversation right now? Because I don't have a time machine.
I use that as the main example. There are other mistakes that Google has made. Yes, I know the big thing that pissed everyone off was SG&E shutting down.
Correct.
Big fucking deal. Yeah. That they jumped the gun. That wasn't a Stadia thing. That was Google, and that was another fault of Google. We got to remember, Stadia is owned by Google, so Google is the one that keeps effing things up. But this is what they do. Google does it on a constantly with products that things that they make and create. They're still trying to sell, get the Pixels to be a threat to Sam's take on Samsung and all of these others, and they still can't get that done. So I'm sorry, they have not been able to wow me since the Nexus 5X.
I think again, it's a thing where they're targeting the wrong thing, right? With their Pixel, they keep targeting like this, the flagship phones, and they're like talking about that and stuff. But really, they should be like targeting the mid-end phones, because the Pixel is like one of the best mid-range phones usually, if not the best.
Especially when you look at photography. If you gear your products, and this is what Google usually does really well, is they gear their products towards the right market. But that's the business stuff that they do best. They can't do that with Stadia, because Stadia is not business, it's gaming. they're in the gaming industry, but the problem is that Google treats Stadia as a business and not the game as what it is in the gaming industry. And they haven't learned that yet. It's 3 years and they still have not gotten the grasp that this needs to be separate from the business side. You cannot have business and gaming mold into one. It doesn't work that way. And I'm hoping, I want to see Google succeed with Stadia, because if Stadia fails, they're all the cloud stuff's going to fail, because all you're going to see is everybody's going to start looking at each and every other platform and be like, all right, well, what's it going to take for xCloud to fail? What's it going to take for Luna to fail? What's it going to take for GFN?
I feel like at the end of the day, that's just, listen, I think one of the coolest things that was said is what Claude just said. He said majority of the people that are playing are casuals. I was telling those PlayStation Xbox guys on the Wednesday show, I said, dude, I'm below casual, because that's when that's what they trash talk each other. You're a casual, and then somebody get mad. What? So, dude, I'm a basic gamer, because I play like one game once a week, right? So you can't get more basic than that. But I think Stadia, the thing is, the people who get really on Stadia is the people I noticed that play everything, right? I got to play GFN. I play this. I got an Xbox. I got this. So they want Stadia to be so much. I love when Duncan said this, and I always give him credit. When he does his what has Stadia done now, and he want to be funny and get Stadia.
Don't agree with Duncan.
Well, no, but he says this. He said they go by weeks, right? And then he says, if you only play Stadia, you had a good week. And I feel like, dude, that's why I don't have many complaints, because I only play Stadia. But if you want the Battlefields and if you want the Call of Duties, then yes, you're always going to have a problem. But this company got to get off the ground first. We're not even 2 years in. So take it as the casual. If somebody said, dude, should I get Stadia? I say, well, what games you like? I will ask first. I wouldn't be like, dude, it's amazing. You can play anywhere. No, duh. But they ain't going to have what games they want, right? So we got to be fair. But people get mad at Stadia because I love it. What Bill said a long time ago for Nerd Nest. A long time ago, he said the problem with the people in the Stadia community is they give themselves unrealistic expectations. People, oh man, like they came out, said they're going to swing against consoles. Maybe not day one, maybe not day year two, maybe not year 5. I don't know when, but that's what they want to counter, right? So it's like people want this to be on par with a 20-year, 30-year-old, company. So.
I just want Stadia to get out of this box that they've put themselves in with these console ideas and start because Stadia should be able to eat a lot of the PC indie market. And I think that if they're not doing that, they're really missing an opportunity, because they are a great place for indie games to go, right?
Yeah, good God, look at Steam. I mean, Steam's the majority of Steam minus EA and some of these other bigger ones. It's nothing but indie.
PC gaming is 90% indie. And Stadia could theoretically take a lot of that stuff in, but for whatever reason, they seem to not really. And they should be able to. Stadia Pro, the subscription service, is a great avenue for indie game makers to make money, right? They throw their game on Stadia Pro, people get to play and try it, word of mouth spreads around, they get a little bit of kickback from Google, and maybe more people start buying their game, right? It's a great way for them to get their games and their name out there. But Google makes it hard because there's the whole onboarding process, which they were talking about making easier. But more than that, it's the requirement of controllers, I think, because there's a lot of games that are point and click, just PC, mouse.
I think they want to market this as more of a console, though.
Right, I think that is a mistake. Yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah, because I'm a console guy. You sound like a PC guy. So for me, I'm
For most of my life, I've been a console guy, but I just look at this and I'm this is never going to fill the same market that a console does, because it just doesn't hold the same thing. It feels much more similar to mobile gaming or PC gaming to me. And that's just the sense I get of it.
See, it's weird for me because I was a console guy my whole life, and I literally stopped playing my consoles to play Stadia. I just feel like I'm just playing a console in the cloud, if you ask me. So I got a different view. I literally feel like it could just be my PlayStation 4 Pro that I was playing, but I decided to play Stadia. and
It might be
just feels the
because
same.
like we play Stadia differently. I think you play a lot with like the controller on your TV or with like
and
the
there-
controller on your phone, right? And I play a lot on the computer.
And that's
Yeah.
and that's the thing. Everybody tries to put a cap on something what somebody should be doing or what they're doing.
Of course.
At the end of the day, guys, we're all different gamers, and we
Yep.
see, and that's, you know, what you see, somebody else sees different. It's like, you know, a lot of people jump on Cowboy. You know, you're the Stadia guy. You know, and he's like, dude, no, I'm not. I play my game, man, and I do my other shit. You know, I'm not really, you know, if Stadia was to die tomorrow, I mean, oh well. I'm not the Stadia guy, and some people are straight. They will stab you in the back. You say something about Stadia. So, you know, like I said, man, it's different strokes for different folks. Everybody plays different genres. Everybody is hardcore. There's people that are casual. There are people that are dipping both. But my whole thing, man, is like, look, man, we got these games. Life is too short. Enjoy it. Play it while you can. And have fun. I mean, there's a lot of good games, and there's a lot of really good about the cloud. My biggest issue with my console was I had to delete, and because I had to download and play games. Now I don't have to worry about that with the clouds, and that's with GFN. That's with Luna. That's with PS Now. That's what I like about the cloud games. With Stadia, with me right now, it's one of my favorites. Is because of not just the community and the friends that I've met, but also just, I mean, I can just get in and get out. No putting in a CD in. You just click a button, you know, you just download it. And GFN, you know, they got the ray tracing, you know, they're graphic cards, you know, eventually, you know, you're going to see the 30 series backing them up, and it's going to, I mean, it's just going to get amazing. And Luna, they're making if you guys haven't played New World, and then you got Lost Ark, fucking Amazon's making some killer games. They all have their pros, they all have their cons. But at the end of the day, man, just have fun and play these games, man. Because once upon a time, there's a lot of people that can't play it. You know?
Yeah, I can't.
You know, so.
Well, not to knock Luna, but we're not going to go there yet until those games get on Luna. Just saying.
Well, they got games though. They do have.
No. I'm saying the game, but the game that you mentioned, like New World, but like I said, what would be compelling is if they throw it on Luna. That will blow.
And eventually the world. I could easily say that about Stadia. Stadia's got some games that are in the works as well.
I heard I hear Peppa Pig's in the works.
Yeah, that's gonna be on GFN. But
man, that's game of the year right there. That's game of the year.
GFN's gonna do that really better with tracing. You know, I also heard they got toilet bowl cleaner simulator too. But anyway,
that sounds like a great indie game.
Yeah, but you know, the thing with Luna, I mean, the couch thing is really, really cool, and they come a long way. A lot. What Stadia did is it put a lot of fuckers on notice to step up their cloud game, and they're doing it, and I appreciate that. So because I remember playing, I couldn't even stream PlayStation Now, man. It was so horrible, and now you know it's great. xCloud, man. If you guys, I mean, I played Back for Blood. It looks
damn.
freaking amazing.
Yeah, I was watching you. I was watching you stream the other day.
Yeah, it looks amazing. So
it's unfortunate. The Warriors are up 91-90. It's a real.
All right.
Real travesty.
What are you, a Bullet fan? You watch? I mean, not Bullet. I'm sorry. Wizard. I mean,
That's
when they were good, though. But anyway.
Washington's only got two good teams. They had the Nationals, and they're fucking falling apart. But we still got the Capitals. So,
all right. Well, that's gonna be the cutoff time for now because I know most of our guests here are gonna be out doing stuff, and I apologize for a little bit over time, but but that's gonna be it.
Ray's gonna get killed.
That's gonna be it for tonight's clickbait show. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just want to say extend the invite to any of you guys if you want to come on the show tomorrow. So 5:30 Eastern.
Yeah. And also,
I'm taking a shit around that time. So.
All right,
and are bad for me.
And this is the time for you guys to promote your stuff and plug in. This is Use My Platform. Everybody's floor is yours for everybody. We'll go around.
Go up top.
All right, so yeah, man, if you guys just are watching, anybody who don't know, just come to my channel, and I got everything laid out. So I stream every day at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. But it's all on my channel, so that's the cool thing. So you'll see all the playlists, and it actually is titled with the date and time. So check me out. That'd be
All
you,
right.
Vet.
And Vet.
You guys know where to find me. Vet Cloud Gaming. I'm all over the place with times. I'm still trying to lock the times in, but with a 4-year-old that destroys everything in sight and all of that, it's a little hard with all that. So, but I've already promoted my. I've got 3 streams scheduled: a Halloween show, Riders Republic on the 28th, and a 12-hour charity stream on November 6th. But I will probably be doing some more Crisis tomorrow. I'm not sure which one yet. And then I'll be diving into some Far Cry tomorrow. Thursday, I'll be live at about 7:50 in the morning on Cloud Nation. And then who knows what the hell will be going on. It just really depends on what games GFN brings to the table. And then 7 p.m. Cloud Nation again, and 2 o'clock Rock with Housemates. So I'm sure we'll be talking about pickle jars and God knows what else on that show.
All right. Shout out to Vet, though, guys. He's grinding, doing his thing. So you guys make sure you check out his streams. Let's see. In about 45 minutes, I'm about to do my Luna Zone. I'm going to stream Alien Isolation and run around a ship getting chased by aliens. And then,
Nice.
thank you.
Good one for that.
Thursday, I'll be Housemates with Rock and Cloud Gaming Dad Lee. And then Friday, I do my little Stadia stream, my Far Cry Fridays. And then Saturday, guys, I'm doing a charity stream for epilepsy, Caring from the Clouds. And,
Awesome thing.
Yeah,
Shout out to John Scar for that one, putting that together.
Almost $3,000 have been raised for different charities. So shout out, So
John Scar put a fantastic thing together with that.
Yeah, yes, he did. A lot of people talk about all the toxic shit that goes on, but this is something really
And
positive.
if you haven't subscribed to his channel, make sure to do so. I watched him play Back for Blood, and that's a zombie killing game, and I left confused because I thought there was violence around, but watching it, I was just at ease. No, he was so calm, and it was a very calm stream, and I left confused because I don't know what happened, because there's blood and guts and things going on, zombies everywhere, and his voice is just so soothing. I didn't know how to react to that one. So
yeah. I also do Cloud Nation TV with Dr. Spaceman, Vet, and JD. God bless you wherever you are, man. Get back on the show.
And you don't want Macro Chaos on our show any longer, JD.
That's it, y'all. That's it. I'm done.
All right.
CLW.
Yep.
Yeah. So I have a YouTube channel, CLW22. I don't actually stream on YouTube, though. I stream on Twitch most nights, except for Mondays when I do the SBCN stuff. But I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/CLW22. So if you want to catch most of my live content, it's there. I try to do Stadia Saturdays, just because, make a lot of sense for me to do it then. So if you're looking for Stadia content, come check me out on Saturdays. The rest of the week, I just play like whatever I'm feeling. Right now, it's a lot of like Genshin Impact or Diablo 2. And sometimes I open trading cards, which is can be exciting.
Right.
Ooh, that's what kind of cards do you open?
So I usually play Magic, so I open Magic the Gathering stuff, but I also like to collect Pokemon cards, so I've been opening some Pokemon recently.
Oh, you got Squid. You got Squid's attention.
I opened a Charizard. In the celebration
It's
set,
like,
and
ooh, Pokemon. I will say, I do like how you just. I like your opening though. So I got a YouTube channel. Super calm about it, like it's no big deal.
It's whatever for me.
It's just like.
But yeah, I opened a Charizard in the celebration set. That was pretty exciting. So.
Ooh, nice.
So. Yeah. I guess it's me now. I think.
Yes, sir.
I'm Squid with 3 Z's. I might be world famous. I think. I don't know. But,
The whole game.
No, I've been on a few shows. I just wanted to say thanks to Spectre for having me as well. And yeah, it was cool. Tonight was awesome. So you guys can check out my content, youtube.com/grimacid. You can find me there. I'm at like 242 or something. I'm like stuck at that 240 mark. I don't know. But if anything, I'm more excited because I started this channel like putting out content like in the last year. So I've been just grinding away. It's a lot of content on there. So if maybe you're stuck on a game or you just want to see like any game really, you can probably find it on my channel. I play like a lot of games, at least that are on Stadia that I can stream. So if you guys don't know, I don't have a setup, so I just play stuff off a Chromebook and a TV.
The beauty of Stadia.
Stadia. But yeah, check me out.
All right. So yeah, check out all of these fine gentlemen here. You can also find them on the Stadia Bash directory as well, which I'm going to put up a link up here. And yeah, we're here on the SBCN as well. And this is the link to that. You can find them all here. All the people you need. One-stop shop, SBCN, and your one-stop shop for just talk about anything and everything in the show. Anything goes on here, which as you've seen, thankfully we didn't get our stream taken down this time. So, and special thanks to our streamers of the week, CLW Squids. So be sure to check them out at their times, and you can catch me on here at the same time still, 7 p.m. Also, if anybody is interested, tell your friends, tell anybody, use my platform pretty much. This is what I'm doing it for. So I'm using my platform and the SBCN platform to promote your guys' channel. So I'm available all the time, anytime, and anything goes. And so that being said, we'll see you guys next time.